but we welcome you live to Linn-Mar Stadium here on the campus of Linn-Mar High School on the north side of Marion as we get ready for Week 4 high school football, as it's a big metro rivalry, as it'll be the Cougars of Cedar Rapids Kennedy going up against the Linn-Mar Lions. Great to have you with us here from Linn-Mar. Scott Unash alongside John Hegarty. Had a couple of lightning delays during the freshman game. Actually three of them, as a matter of fact. We had one before play even got started. While they were going through the warm-ups, had to leave, came back, got the game started, and had two subsequent delays. So just got done about 5 minutes ago with the freshman game won by Kennedy 15-14 in come from behind fashion. We are going to be a little bit late kicking this one off, but it should be a good one between the 1 and 2 Kennedy Cougars and the Linn-Mar Lions, looking for their first win here of the 2025 campaign under brand new head coach Dwayne Orr. As we welcome you into the Jersey Mike Subs pregame show, brought to you by the 3 locations for Jersey Mike Subs here in the Metro. In Marion on the east end at the corner of Highways 151 and 13. The Edgewood Road area on the southwest side at Westdale, and the Fountains on the northeast side. Jersey Mike Subs, they are, as always, a sub above. And John, I don't think we're going to have to worry about rain, knock on wood, or for Micah the rest of the night. So I think we're going to be all clear, and should be a good one between two teams that really, really need a win.
And two teams that all you've got to do is got to say Linn-Mar and Kennedy, and you've got that old rivalry here that doesn't matter what the sport is either. These two teams like to go after each other. I'll bet they do it in show choir, for goodness sake.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's football or tiddlywinks.
That's right.
The Lions and the Cougars usually butt heads and don't get along a whole lot. So we'll see what happens tonight here on the football field. The Kennedy Cougars coming off a loss to Waukee at home last week. Linn-Mar went on the road, lost to number 2 Iowa City Liberty down at North Liberty. Both the Cougars and the Lions were in those respective games. Kennedy pretty much even up with Waukee as far as the stats are concerned, but some very untimely mistakes made by the Kennedy football team. We'll hear from both coaches coming up during our Jersey Mike Subs pregame show that really thwarted the Cougar effort at a win last week. And Dwayne Orr getting back into head coaching. He's been going at it a long, long time. We've known Dwayne for a long, long time. And good to see him back on the sideline. He's got a very young group of Linn-Mar Lions this year. Several sophomores starting, including a quarterback starting tonight for Linn-Mar. But they played inspirational football last week down at Liberty.
Yeah, and it's always hard for a first-year coach. I don't care how experienced they are to go in. You've got your own way of doing things. It's probably just a little bit different than the people that were there before you. So there's that transition period. But tonight, both of these teams right now, they're searching, Scott. They're looking to bounce back from disappointment last week. And this is a pivotal game for both teams. And when you think about the postseason as well.
Yeah, it is. For Linn-Mar, obviously, you got to get that first win. You got to get the home win. You got to get the homecoming win. And you got to get number 1 on the board. Because 0-4, no, ask Southeast Polk. It doesn't kick you out. But, boy, your back is against the wall. And both Linn-Mar and Kennedy have pretty tough schedules from here on out. So, like I said at the top, this is one that both teams want to win and both teams need to win.
Yeah, I think we're going to see one of those highly entertaining games because both teams are going to be scratching and clawing for this win. And wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to a couple of things that we maybe don't even have an ability to predict right now. But I think it should be a tight game and a fun one to call.
Both teams really similar coming in as far as the stats are concerned. Both kind of struggling on offense a little bit, especially Linn-Mar. 184 yards a game. That is number 35 out of 36 teams in Class 5A football. Kennedy, they're number 28 at 251 yards a game. And I know both coaches and staffs do not like the fact that they're giving up a lot of points and a lot of yardage on defense. Kennedy, 384 yards a game. The Cougars are giving up 241 on the ground. Linn-Mar giving up 171 on the ground and 321 all told. So whichever defense picks it up tonight, I think's got a real good chance to win this football game.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get your defense off the field as quick as you can and the ball back in the hands of your offense tonight. And that might be one of the keys to the game is time of possession.
We'll have those keys coming up here in just a little bit. Most games are already underway. We had a couple of rainstorms go through, brief cloud bursts that held up the freshman game. And we're going to get this one kicked off at about 8:15 coming up tonight between the Kennedy Cougars and the Linn-Mar Lions. We'll come back in the Jersey Mike Subs pregame show, and when we do, we'll hear from, up first, brand new Linn-Mar coach Dwayne Orr. So stay with us. More to come after this. You're listening to high school football here on CRM Live Sports. At Jersey Mike's, we've offered a sub above since 1956. It starts with bread, fresh baked in our stores every day, topped with quality meats, cheeses, and ingredients sliced and grilled right in front of your eyes. And don't forget to add the juice, the red wine vinegar and olive oil blend that gives a Jersey Mike's subs its exquisite zing. Stop in and visit Jersey Mike's now at their 3 metro locations in the Fountains on the northeast side and on the east end of Marion near the corner of Highways 151 and 13 and Edgewood Road in the Westdale area. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Spinal Corrective Center, PC, 3800 River Ridge Drive, Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Dr. Gene Kretzinger and Dr. Janet Kuehl provide education to families on healthy living and wellness. If you want to reach optimum health and peak performance levels or are suffering from injury, pain, and other health problems, the chiropractic care they provide can give you relief and stability. Spinal Corrective Center PC has over 50 years combined experience in chiropractic care. And athletes, let us help you perform at 100% through sports chiropractic care. Call today at 393-3996 to schedule an appointment or go online at spinalcc.com. Spinal Corrective Center PC, delivering quality chiropractic care for the body to function at its highest level. Back in the Jersey Mike Subs pregame show, getting ready for Linn-Mar and Kennedy, and head coach Dwayne Orr, the Linn-Mar Lions, joining me. And we had to catch up a little bit. It's like 2 guys with gray hair. It's old home week here.
It really is, Scott. It's great to see you again, and it's great to be back on the sidelines. So I'm having a ball.
Well, I was kind of kidding Chad Tompkins a little bit that, the Eagles and the Chiefs were busy, or you would have probably had them on your schedule the first 3 weeks.
Well, it was a bit of a gauntlet, so we adopted the motto, iron sharpens iron. And it's not always easy to see the improvement, but you could see it from week 1 to week 2, despite some challenges in there, some difficult injuries to overcome. A young team mostly rebuilt completely from a year ago with just a few guys back that had some starts in there. So we've just really focused on us and let everything play itself out. And certainly those first 3 weeks have given us a chance to find out who we are and find out what we're made of. And I really like how this team's coming along.
Well, you played really strong against Liberty last week, a really good team on the road, so that's got to give you a lot of confidence.
Scott, I'll tell you that in the 3 decades plus I've been doing this, both at the high school and college level, I was hard-pressed to remember a team that ever played harder than what we played last week. Now we can certainly play better. We've still got to eliminate some mistakes, gain a little bit more experience, but I just can't tell you what a big step forward it was for the kids to learn what it takes to compete with a really good team for 4 quarters.
Well, you've played 3 quarterbacks so far this year, sometimes out of necessity a little bit, but going to go with the sophomore tonight?
Going to go with Derek again tonight. We just feel like we're starting to really hit our stride. He's got a skill set that we really like, both in the passing game and the running game. He's a young kid, so we know there will be some ups and some downs as he learns his way there, but the kids have responded really well to him. And I got to tell you, the other 2 guys, I just couldn't be more proud of. I mean, I had conversations with both of them. Cale Fairley, I just really like the look that he brings to us in the running back spot. He's a tough, hard-nosed slasher, kind of a runner. And Hunter Wildman, a senior, for him to have to, step aside and allow the sophomore, but he's been nothing but a team guy. Just couldn't be more proud of those guys.
Got a lot of youngsters that you're sending out there for the first time. Well, now for the 4th time.
Yes. Yeah, we're starting 5 sophomores. And we've actually called a few freshmen up to join our JV ranks to allow us to be able to have a little bit more depth and flexibility there. So yeah, we're young, and that's one of the reasons why I think we just keep getting better and better.
Probably don't have to say a whole lot in a rivalry game like tonight, do you?
No. The kids know who we're playing, and they have all week long. There's not a whole lot of things that I need to say in the locker room to get the kids right where they need to be at game time.
And homecoming to boot.
And homecoming to boot, for sure. We had a really lively pep rally today, and a real nice homecoming parade the other night, and the community really turns out for that. It really supports the kids.
And you told me you feel like you're in your 40s again.
Well, I do. So that's taken away several years to get back there, Scott. But I'm just rejuvenated every day by the energy with this group, and the coaching staff that I have assembled is just second to none. I just can't say enough great things about how hard they work and how focused they are on the kids and their improvement, and keeping me level too. So it's a great mix of young guys, some of them right out of college, and some veterans. You mentioned Chad, Ben Martins, of course. So I feel blessed every day when I'm driving home that I'm surrounded by the quality people that I am.
Well, it should be a good one. Great to see you back on the sidelines, and best of luck to the Lions tonight.
You too, Scott. Thank you.
We'll be back with more after this. The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council represents 18 building trade unions in the corridor. Each union provides skilled workers for construction projects throughout the area. Union workers are highly skilled professionals who are determined to better their communities. The building trades unions are always looking toward the future. Training in registered apprenticeships is available. Visit their website at cricbt.org for more information. The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building and Trades Council, committed to getting the job done right the first time.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths, your home never looks so beautiful. Plumbing fixtures, a great variety. Transform your home with Plum Supply. Our kitchen designs are amazing. Our service is priceless. Plum Supply, touch and see. Plum Supply kitchens and baths, your home never looks so beautiful.
Back with you on the Jersey Mike Subs pregame show, getting ready for Kennedy and Linn-Mar. Head coach Brian White of the Cougars joining me, and unfortunately, looks like replay of Week 1, isn't it? With the rain and maybe some delays. Hopefully, not too many, right?
Yeah, we were pretty fortunate up in Dubuque. It poured pregame, and then we didn't have another drop the rest of the night. But I know down here it rained, and there was a lot of delays. So, yeah, I would kind of like to not have delays tonight. That'd be nice.
Well, last week, tough one against Waukee. What'd you take away from that game?
You know, it was the same thing that we have done in all three games. You know, self-inflicted wounds. We've got to figure out how to, number one, not shoot ourselves in the foot, especially when we're driving. You know, we had the ball. We're driving, you know, about down to the Waukee 20, tied 7-7, and we get a personal foul because an offensive lineman, you know, slammed a guy to the ground. And next thing you know, we're behind the sticks. It's really hard to overcome things like that, and it's a broken record all year long. So we really focus hard on, you know, making sure we're doing things right and not having those untimely penalties.
Maybe focusing more on what you guys are doing than the opposition.
Absolutely, and you know, trying to, you know, stay with our fundamentals and, you know, not try to outsmart ourselves. Just get good at what we've always been good at, and that's playing physical football, running the ball, and then throwing it off the run.
Yeah. Big game, obviously, rivalry. And then, you know, 2-2 looks a whole lot better than 1-3, right?
Yeah, you know, you don't say this to the kids, but as a coaching staff, we know that tonight's a must-win for us. Looking ahead at our schedule, you know, we play just a tough schedule, and tonight's a must-win. So we focused on having a great week of practice, and we did. Focused on, you know, making sure we're making plays, defense playing fast, offense playing fast, know what we're doing. And it really starts with the Monday practice, which was excellent, and then, you know, last night was great too. So I think we're ready to go and know the importance of it.
Since we saw you last, got some guys back too. DeMarion's back and helps the running game certainly.
Absolutely, and you know, we were missing another one of our big play guys off of Week 1, our slot receiver Dawson Doherty, who's I think the fastest guy in the state of Iowa. He ran a 10.300, so that's pretty fast. He scored a touchdown, big touchdown against Hempstead. pull the hammy and just tweak the hammy a little bit. We have him back tonight. That's going to make a huge difference out in the slot with that kind of speed.
Well, what about Linn-Mar and Coach Orr back on the sideline? What have you seen through their first 3 weeks?
Well, I think they've got some pretty good D linemen in 90 and 95. Those guys are very good defensive linemen. They play hard, they play fast, and they're going to be a handful. Offensively, I know they've made some switches in their offensive backfield, and at the 5A level, schools that have 2,000 kids, everybody's going to have athletes, and they have athletes. They have a good running back, that played really well, we thought, against Prairie. And they had a lot of chances against Prairie and played them toe-to-toe until, the second half and whatnot. So they have talented kids on the offensive side. And like I said, those D linemen are something we've got to contend with.
When it comes to games like this, it's usually who makes the least amount of mistakes, right?
It is. And, we've been pretty fortunate, coming over here and playing at this stadium. And it seems like we play pretty well over here, and so we feel good about that. And yes, taking care of the ball. And it's the weirdest thing because we've won the turnover battle all 3 weeks, and we're 1-2. So it's more than just a turnover battle. It's tackling and not giving up extra yards, and then making sure you don't give up big plays.
All right, best of luck to the Cougars tonight.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more right after this. Are you looking for one unique workout location that combines everything you're looking for? The House of Iron is redefining the Cedar Rapids area fitness landscape. House of Iron isn't just another gym, it's a sanctuary for anyone seeking to transform their life through physical and mental well-being. Sporting state-of-the-art equipment and hexagonal lighting, not only is the space illuminated with a sense of energy and purpose, you will be too. Take advantage of our other amenities like a cold plunge, a sauna, ultra-modern locker room, showers, and a picture and posing room, and more. House of Iron offers monthly memberships as well as personal training sessions for people of all ages and ability. Whether you're a seasoned fitness enthusiast or just beginning your wellness adventure, House of Iron promises to be more than just a gym. It's a beacon of hope, positivity, and vitality. House of Iron with 2 locations on the west side and in the historic World Theater Building downtown. End your search for your favorite restaurant in Cedar Rapids. Come to Emil's Hideaway. Emil's is the home for the best-tasting American food around. Choose from your favorites: chicken, pasta dishes, pizzas, burgers, and fries. Whether you're bringing the whole family for a meal or wetting your whistle at our fully stocked bar, there's something to satisfy all ages and tastes at our classic American local restaurant. Need catering for your next party or event? Emil's has that too. Call them for details. Emil's Hideaway, open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m., is right next to Home Depot and across from Lyndale Mall on 1st Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Hills Bank is your hometown financial champion, here to help you score some wins. Because at Hills Bank, managing your money is easy. They've got 19 local branches across the corridor, 40,000 surcharge-free ATMs around the country, and online account access at any time. Whether you're a student athlete or a superfan, Hills Bank helps you get in the game. Hills Bank, where it's easy to connect with a banker over the phone or on hillsbank.com. Because we believe banking is better through human connection. Hills Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC member.
Back with you here at Linn-Mar Stadium on the Jersey Mike Subs pregame show as the pregame festivities for homecoming continue. The Linn-Mar Marching Band, and there are a lot of them. They're out there on the field as we get closer and closer to our national anthem. We'll take a look at some of the keys to the ball game here in just a couple of moments. We'll take a look at their starting lineups as well here in this one. Anything pop out to you listening to both coaches, John?
I think both coaches feel like they had a great week of practice, and they're very positive about tonight. They're upbeat. I think they're really excited for that game, and that bodes well when both of them underwater win-loss wise.
So right now, going to get ready to honor America with the playing of our national anthem here tonight. Big crowd on hand here at Linn-Mar Stadium, one of the biggest high school football stadiums in the state of Iowa. Obviously the Kennedy side full, and don't see too many empty seats here on the Linn-Mar side, John.
No, the Lion faithful, they know how to come out and wear their red and black too.
Yes, and so going to be a great crowd. Going to get started a little bit late, but still we're going to get things rolling here tonight as Well, we're going to have the Linn-Mar alma mater before we get to the playing of our national anthem coming up here. So a couple of keys here, John, brought to you by the Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council. They represent 18 building trade unions in the corridor, and apprenticeships are always available. They're online at cricbt.org. Couple of keys to this one.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams want to play physical ball tonight. I think that Kennedy, that's their trademark, and I don't think that Coach White's been happy with that. I think he's going to really be pushing that tonight for his Cougars especially. But then the turnovers and penalties, both teams have had struggles with this over the course of the first 3 weeks, and so that's going to be huge for both sides. I think big plays will be the same thing tonight, Scott. I think if you get a big player or maybe even a big special teams play, that could go a long way to a victory tonight.
Some of the keys to the ball game brought to you by the Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council. And we'll get to our Plum Supply Kitchen and Bath starting lineups for you coming up here in just a couple of moments. The temperature right now here on the north side of Marion, it's dipped down a little bit. We're at 69 degrees. We had that rain go through earlier on, but we should be okay for the rest of the evening here tonight. And not much as far as the wind is concerned. In fact, it is calm, John. If we look to the other side where the flag is going to be raised here in just a couple of moments as we get ready to honor America here with the playing of our national anthem in just a few moments. They're not telling us when they're going to do it, so we're kind of going off the
Well, the band's
cuff.
got some things they've been practicing long and hard and waiting for this opportunity, and I'm sure we'll get to see them again at halftime. But when you've got a band of this magnitude, you need to keep those kids happy. I will say this about the conditions tonight, Scott. Really, really good night for the players. It's going to be cool, but not cold by any stretch of the imagination. The wind has died down, as you mentioned, so that's going to be good for passing and kicking. But it is a little bit humid, and the turf, even though it's synthetic, it's still going to be just a little bit slick.
Yeah.
So that humidity may play a little bit in the early going here.
Saw a lot of fumbling in that freshman game earlier on tonight. Linn-Mar making their way out of the north locker room. Kennedy coming out as well, and they'll get out onto the field, and then we will get to playing of our national anthem here coming up. We can give you our Plum Supply Kitchen and Bath starting lineups here. They're brought to you by Plum Supply Kitchen and Bath, your starting spot for your kitchen and bath remodel, located at 1716 Blair's Ferry Road Northeast in Cedar Rapids. The starting unit for the Kennedy Cougars: Lincoln Oltman at left tackle, 270, to senior. Kendrick Quinn, 220 at left guard. He is a junior. Robert Behrens, the senior center, 230-pound senior. Grady Farley is a freshman at right guard, 280. And Jacob Solberg at right tackle, 240, to senior. Deacon Kuchera is the tight end. We got two good tight ends between McEwen and Kuchera tonight. Kuchera, 6'4", 220, and a senior. Will Woodring, the quarterback, 5'11", 190-pounder, 68% completion percentage with 6 touchdowns and 3 interceptions for Kennedy. Demarion Orr, he's back, 5'10", 180, and a junior. He ran it for 81 yards last week. We'll also see Louis Smith back there. Jack Hayes, the fullback. And you have 3 wideouts for Kennedy: Terry Boyd, the 185-pound senior, Braden Peck, and the speedster Dawson Doherty, 5'10", 160, and a senior. So that is your starting lineup for Kennedy. And we'll give you the Linn-Mar starters, brought to you by Plum Supply, right after we honor America coming up here with the playing of our national anthem. We'll throw it down and join the Linn-Mar Marching Band.
Join the marching lions in saluting our country by singing the Star-Spangled Banner.
And there you have it, our national anthem here from Linn-Mar tonight. The Plum Supply Kitchen and Bath starters for the Linn-Mar Lions. Left tackle, Cole Potter, 216, a senior. Jackson Harris at left guard. He is a sophomore, 5'11", 200 pounds. Brody Donaldson at centers, 5'10", 200 pounds senior. Noah Toms at right guard. He is another sophomore, 6'1", and 200 pounds. The right tackles, Max Merrill, 6'5", 210, and a junior. Tate McEwen is the tight end, 6', 185, and a senior. Derek Rowling gets the start tonight at quarterback. The sophomore, 6'1", 160. Rowling so far 14 of 23 with 1 touchdown and 147 yards. Got a good wideout coming back from last year in Chase Bradley, 5'11", 185, and a senior. Declan Toms and a wideout, 6', 170, and a junior. Hud Turner takes over from Dylan Musinski, who was terrific the last couple of years. He's close to the ground, 5'7", 175, and a junior. And Bradley Duncan Porter, we're going to see him a lot tonight. He's a great kicker, also starting at fullback, 5'9", 200 pounds, and a junior. So those are your Plum Supply Kitchen and Bath starting lineups. We're going to get ready for our opening kickoff of this one. It is brought to you by the House of Iron, online at houseofironcr.com. No matter where you are in your fitness journey, you are welcome, with 2 locations on the west side and in the World Theater Building in downtown Cedar Rapids. Kennedy wins the toss. They defer. Linn-Mar will get the ball first, and the Cougars will defend the south goal. Here tonight, Linn-Mar in their home black uniforms with the white numbers trimmed in red, the red helmets with the white and black striping. Kennedy in the road whites with the big green numerals with the black uniform pants and the dark green helmets. Lions have brought back the old Greg Purnell decals on the side of their helmets.
Old school,
with
for sure.
With the script Lions. So nice to see.
Served them well for about 3 state titles during the Purnell years.
Not too bad. Did you go by Armstrong Field tonight on the way in?
Magical Armstrong Field? No, I did not.
First half of action as we get ready to kick this one off is brought to you by Spinal Corrective Center. They're online at spinalcc.org. Doctors Kuehl and Kretzinger delivering state-of-the-art chiropractic care for athletes and their entire family. Call them at 393-3396 or go to that website at spinalcc.org, located in the River Ridge Executive Park on the northeast side. We'll keep you updated on the Emils Hideaway out-of-town scoreboard here tonight, as well as Kennedy is going to get ready to kick it off from right to left. As
we've got a massive baby powder cloud in front of us.
Yes, we do. Smells
right
very clean, though. Here's the approach and the kick, and this one will go into the end zone. Splits the 2 deep backs, and it'll be first down for Linn-Mar at the 20-yard line. We'll see what defense is going to step up first in this one here, John.
And which line play is going to come out and dominate as well, because the big uglies in there in the trenches, they're going to have a lot to say about this, as they always do.
Kennedy with that basically a 3-4-4 look. They will bring up a linebacker at times. Rolling in the pistol with 1 setback. Here comes Bradley in motion to the left. And on first down off the fake, he's going to throw it. Going to throw deep down the left side, and it's caught at the 45-50 and into Kennedy territory. With the first catch of the ball game, there's Chase Bradley coming down with it on a nice gain of 33.
Just a straight pattern, as fast as he could go, straight ahead down the field, and hit in stride at the 50.
Pretty nice throw by the young sophomore.
Good start for the Lions offense.
First and 10, they'll mark it at the Kennedy 49-yard line, just underway. Toms and Bradley split out to the right side. And on first down, here's the handoff. Here's Hud Turner off the left side, and he gets inside the 45 and twists his way down to the 43-yard line. And
You're
that will
right.
go for
Turner's
6.
not very big. He's not very tall anyway, but boy, he can squirt through there.
Kennedy up front. Take a look at that line. Colton Klein in there, 6'5", 205-pound senior, getting the start at that left side defensive end right now for the Cougars. On 2nd down and 4, wide side of the field to the right, offset eye to the left. They'll send Bradley in motion across the formation. Long count, still 12 on the play clock. Rolling, we'll give it to Turner. Same play, 40 to the 35, and brought down by Maston as he gets down to the Kennedy 34-yard line. Gain of 10 and a Linn-Mar first down.
Boy, he's quick, and as short as he is, there's a little difficulty seeing him for those linebackers in there, I think, Scott.
5'7", 190.
He can get lost amongst those big linemen.
Dylan Musinski was not tall, but he was not 190. Different type of running back. They'll go with the slot left, twin receivers to the right again against the Kennedy 3-man front. Turner will go on the left hip now of Rolling. And they'll move Duncan Porter to the right side. And on first down, Turner off the right side, and he runs into a bunch of Cougars. That time, Kennedy waiting for him. Jackson Goslin and Jaron Weber leading the way for the Cougars for a loss of 1. I think we're going to see a lot of running. Both of these teams predominantly, well, at least Linn-Mar run first. 117 yards per game. Kennedy a little bit more balanced. 2nd down and 11. McEwen tied in right, and the Cougars jumped. Quick count got Kennedy to jump. Might have been that right side of the defensive line with Ethan Sloan over there. And that's going to cost the Cougars 5. Anthony Keys, the 295-pound senior. We've got our first mic'd up referee of the night, of the year.
I've missed that.
And he's got a healthy voice down there. 2nd down and about 5 for the Lions. They'll put twin receivers to the left side, one to the right, and off the read option and handing it off, Turner, and he lost the football, squirts loose. Who's got it? Kennedy says they do. No indication as of yet. And now they do give it to Kennedy. Cougars come up with the first turnover of the night on a fumble.
Linn-Mar got all the way inside the Cougar 30, but cough it up, and now here come the Cougar offensive out of their huddle, and they're coming straight to the line of scrimmage.
Did not see who came up with that loose football, but Kennedy will have it on their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for Will Woodring. I formation. Marion Orr is the tailback, and he'll get it off the left side. Tumbles across the point of attack, across the 30, and gets to the 31-yard line before he was brought down. Steele Morgan. If there's a better name for a linebacker, and we're going to say it for 3 years, John, he's only a sophomore, he made the stop.
You know, if you're a sophomore and you can start as a linebacker, you must be a man.
Daniel Lawrence is the leading tackler for the Linn-Mar Lions, coming in with 22 total and 15 as far as solos. They'll give it on the jet sweep, coming around the left side, and banged out of bounds was the speedster Dawson Doherty. And he's going to get to the 35-yard line on a gain of 4. First 3rd down try for either team, just underway here in the first quarter after a couple of lightning delays during the freshman game. 3rd and 4 from the 35-yard line. Near side hash mark, 1 setback, 3 receivers for Kennedy. Kuchera tight end to the right. Here's Woodring to throw, under pressure, got away from 1. He's going to have to scramble, and he's going to get popped right at the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit that time by the Linn-Mar defensive front. Holman Gardner leading the way. Or check that, Jareth Navarro, a junior, at 270.
Now, we talked early on in the keys to this game about who's going to be the more aggressive and hungry team, and right now both of them trying to lay their claim to that, because these guys are coming after each other on both sides.
Declan Toms will drop back to get the Garcia punt as Kennedy goes 3 and out. A spiral kick, short, it goes through the receiver's hands, picked up by the Cougars. Did they get it in bounds, though? Officials are going to talk it over.
You got 2 on the...
And it is Kennedy
yes.
ball.
That ball did bounce up, and it was a free-for-all, and the Kennedy defender, the gunner coming down is the one that got it.
Javante Robinson and Jacob Solberg were there, and the second Linn-Mar turnover.
Nice high spiral punt there. Lots of hang time on that. Helped in that regard.
Wow. 31-yard punt, but Linn-Mar turns it over on their second fumble here in the first quarter. Woodring on the handoff, or kicks it outside and brought down. Got away from Heidemann, the first man, and did get a yard out of it. Heidemann went up high. We heard from Brian White before the game, John. He really thinks well and highly of the two junior defensive linemen for Linn-Mar.
And being the defensive man that he is, he would know him when he sees him on tape.
Absolutely. Gain of maybe a half a yard. 8:15 to play, first quarter, no score. Kennedy off the second Linn-Mar turnover at the Lion 38. Quick count off the fake. Woodring guns it to the near side. Terry Boyd with the catch and brought down almost immediately by Kane Polniak, a senior free safety. Brought him down after a gain of only about 2.
This defense for the Linn-Mar Lions, they're fast and they have great tackling skills. And they're playing with a kind of a chip on their shoulder right now.
They held Liberty to 21 for a good portion of that game last week down in North Liberty. 7:35 clock rolling. 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Woodring looked right. Throwback screen. Nothing doing. Nothing doing as Deacon Kuchera was hit, brought down immediately. Navarro was out there. And also out there for the Lions was Harper Seaton, another linebacker.
Right along the Lions sideline. And on the opposite side, you've got Brian White, who's out at the number screaming at one of the officials about something.
You know what I think it is? Yep, I think the music was running when Kennedy was. Yep.
Yeah, they were. And that is an infraction.
I think the first one is a warning. But, yeah, Brian White was not too happy.
Yeah, I don't know if our crowd could pick that up, but they were doing that, whoa, 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 as loud as they could through the speaker system while that play by Kennedy was being run.
Now the officials are talking it over, if they want this to be a penalty or not.
We have not seen this, Scott.
It used to be when bands were playing for the entire game, that the band would play, and I do remember a band getting a flag on them. But that's been 15, 20 years ago.
That was before sound effects coming out of the mega scoreboard.
Yes, there were no mega scoreboards. Brian White is still out there at the numbers, and he is going to talk to the referee.
Yeah, he pled his case adamantly with the line judge, who was having none of it, and now he's going out, and he's beyond the numbers onto the field. He's gone to the white hat official, and he's pleading his case.
I don't think he's going to win, though. And here comes the Kennedy punting unit again. Well, just another page in the Kennedy-Linn-Mar rivalry.
We wouldn't expect anything else.
4th down and 10 from the Lion 39. Garcia to punt. Lions do not have anybody back. Here's the snap, no rush. Garcia, a high spiral kick, and it will bounce at about the 15 and takes a Lion bounce and picked up at the 20-yard line. That's only going to be a 19-yard punt.
So Linn-Mar dodges a huge bullet on that possession by Kennedy.
So Cougars will go on defense. And Linn-Mar will get it at the 19 is where they are going to measure it officially. No score here in this one between the Lions and the Cougars. Kennedy had 2 chances off Linn-Mar turnovers there. Straight eye formation now. Duncan Porter, the fullback. He'll block for Hud Turner coming off the right side with a penalty flag down. And Turner's going to get to the 25-yard line, but this might be coming back.
Number 15, Cale Fairley, the ball.
Tackle made by Popenhagen.
Yeah, that flag was thrown as soon as the ball was handed off.
And we'll see what the referee has to say about it.
Holding. Offense, number 54. Half the distance. Repeat, first down.
That's as good as any mic you'll hear in the NFL.
Yeah, well, they got it, I think, piped into the to the PA system here, which thank you for that. 10-yard penalty, first one of the night against the Lions. Basically half the distance here. Again, our first half brought to you by Spinal Corrective Center PC in River Ridge Executive Park in the northeast side. First down, and call it a long 19. Off the fake, rolling left, throws sideline incomplete. Overshot Bradley on an out pattern at about the 20-yard line. So it'll be a second down and long coming up.
Bradley had a good cushion out there. If that ball had been anywhere near him, he could have caught it and had nice yardage after the reception. Little flood pattern out there, and he was the underneath route.
Great to have everybody with us, maybe listening tonight while watching a certain Big Ten football game tonight.
Oh, is there a game out in Piscataway?
There's a game. Love those Friday nighters. Duncan Porter lines up slot right. Off the read option. Here comes the quarterback rolling. Not much. Cross the 10 to the 11-yard line. They will give him a yard. And coming up with the tackle and limping is Zach Stufen. He's a sophomore for the Cougars, 6'4", 235. Seen a lot of youngsters playing for both teams here tonight. And it's a Lion third down and long coming up as we hit the halfway mark of the first quarter.
That'll bring in the nickel package for the Cougar defense.
Harrison Schuett will come in as an extra receiver for the Lions. Two receivers left, one to the right for Linn-Mar. 6 in the play clock, rolling in the gun, low snap, has it, throws the quick out. The catch going to be made at the 10-yard line, across the 15 and out to about the 20-yard line. And that's going to be McEwen who came up with it, but he's going to be well shy of the first down.
Just some solid tackling by both defenses here in the early goings.
That's a Linn-Mar 3 and out. So the defenses, which have been leaky here in the first 3 weeks, looking good so far tonight.
It looks like they've been really emphasizing their tackling fundamentals because both teams just solid right now defensively.
So the Lions with Bradley Duncan Porter averaging almost 40 yards a boot. We'll get it away. This one an end over end short kick, running up, making the catch at the 50-yard line was Braden Peck. And he'll take it back into Linn-Mar territory to the 46-yard line. So that one's going to be a 30-yard punt and a return of 4.
Well, some great starting field position here for Kennedy on this possession.
In Lion territory at the Linn-Mar 46. No score here in this one. You're wondering why we are getting underway so late. Couple of delays during the preliminary freshman game tonight. Just had a couple of cloud bursts come through with some lightning, and that'll take you back an hour. 1st and 10. Kennedy out of the eye, tight formation, turn, handoff on the counter. Here comes Orr going to the short side, a stiff arm as he's pushed out of bounds by McEwen, who plays on both sides of the ball at the 42-yard line, so that'll be a gain of 4.
Good to have Demarion Orr back in that backfield for the Cougars.
Glady going out along with the fullback Jack Hayes. Kennedy will bring Peck in as an extra receiver. They'll split Kuchera out to the left side, along with Dawson Doherty. Out of the shotgun, Woodring's pass tipped to the line of scrimmage and knocked down incomplete.
That's Holden Heidemann.
Got a big paw up there and knocked her down. And it's going to be a third down coming up for Kennedy. Cougars without a first down in this football game. 4:47 to play here in the first. And still no score. Trip receivers out to the right, Kuchera to the left. One setback, that's Orr. 4-man front. On third down, Woodring loops the right side, going out there over the shoulder, catch made at the 15-yard line by Terry Boyd, and he'll take it down to about the 11-yard line on a gain of 31 on third down.
Kind of a long fade pass, and he had a couple of, Terry Boyd had a couple of steps on the defender there. Had to just kind of wait for it to come down, and he had to look over his other shoulder finally to make the adjustment.
Cougars can pick up a first down. And they can pick it up at the Linn-Mar 3. They're going to say that his knee came down at the 13-yard line. First down give, Orr, big hole right side, across the 10, still on his feet, inside the 5 and down to the 4-yard line.
Mighty collision in there, and Orr just put the lift drill on that backer. Popped him straight up in the air.
Heidemann, Navarro, Bracey, and Seaton up front. 4-3 defense for Linn-Mar. Steele, Morgan, Daniel Lorenz, Brendan Corbett, the linebackers. Peta, Runge, McEwen, and Polniak are the defensive backs. Same play, right side. Orr lowers his shoulder, still grinding, got in. Touchdown, Kennedy. The big third down pass set it up, and the Cougars strike first.
Some good blocking on the right-hand side of that offensive line for Kennedy. And Orr came through and again put the lift drill where he goes down, dips on his head and shoulder pads down, and then rips his forearms with the ball up into the tackler that would be trying to take him down and takes him backwards. That's just good physical football on offense.
First touchdown of the year for Orr, as the Cougars will try to tack on the extra point with Andrew Ritchie. It's on its way, and it is perfect. 7-0 in favor of the Cougars. 3:52 to play here in the opening quarter. We're back with the kickoff after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Epiphany Dermatology is a full-service dermatology practice that treats all conditions of the skin, hair, and nails. Dr. John Woolner has been practicing and treating patients for over 30 years. Epiphany Dermatology has built a reputation based on reliable customer service and quality skin and hair loss treatments. Epiphany Dermatology also places a special emphasis on skin cancer prevention, screenings, and treatment. Call them to book an appointment at 363-9936 and visit their website at epiphanydermatology.com. Epiphany Dermatology, 5264 Council Street Northeast, Suite 700 in Cedar Rapids. First Federal Credit Union has been helping homeowners for almost a century. Options are crucial when it comes to a first-time home purchase, mortgage refinancing, or a bill consolidation loan. Being able to select the absolute best loan for your situation can literally save you thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an experienced homeowner, First Federal Credit Union will work to find the solution that is right for you. Learn more at firstfedcu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Kickoff will come down to the 8-yard line. And coming to the right is Tom's got a wall and across the 25 and got to the 27-yard line. As he will have a return of 16 yards right there for the Lions. And they'll start this drive. They're actually going to mark him out at the 29-yard line. 7-0 in favor of Kennedy. Hawks and Rutgers tied at 21 in a high-scoring affair at the halftime break. So if you tuned into the game here at halftime, we welcome you. 7-0 Kennedy rolling on the quarterback keeper. Got a block, turned it up the numbers at the 30 to the 35 and spins his way to the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. Popenhagen with the stop finally. Nice run by the sophomore of 7.
Did a good job of reading his blocks there on that. And at 6'1", he can look downfield.
5 sophomores starting on this Linn-Mar unit this year for new coach Dwayne Orr. Slot right, 1 setback. Duncan Porter now flip-flop right to left. Still 9 on the play clock on first down. Here's the handoff. Hud Turner coming left, turns it up and crosses the 40. He's got a first down. Turner will take it to the 44-yard line.
Boy, he's got quick feet.
He reminds you of a bigger Musinski, doesn't he?
Well, he's going to have a little bit to prove yet
Yes.
to get into those shoes, because those would be some big ones to try and fill.
Yeah, Dylan Musinski was
That's one of the best backs the Lions have had in some time.
was terrific. First and 10, Linn-Mar down 7-0, 2:42 to clock rolling here in the first quarter. At their own 44-yard line, off play action, rolling to throw. Throws middle, and it's incomplete. Tried the deep in, and Toms had it for a moment and went out of his hands.
Yeah, Toms is not very happy with himself on that because that ball could not have been thrown any better. Hit him in the hands in a slant pattern right in stride as he ran.
So it'll be second down and 10. Kennedy linebackers. Cougars got Jackson Goslin in there, that strong safety. He actually kind of moves up and plays a little bit more of a backer. On second down, Cougars bringing the blitz. Turner breaks one tackle to the 50 and gets into Kennedy territory and a run down to the Cougar 49-yard line on a gain of 8. Makes it a manageable third down and 2 coming up for Linn-Mar.
Turner just has that great running back instinct where once he gets his pads into somebody, he keeps his body lean forward, helmet and shoulder pads out in front of his feet, and the feet are just churning until he has to go down.
Third and 2, Lions looking for their first third down conversion of the ball game. Wide side of the field to the right. Kennedy's going to bring up another man on the defensive front. They've got 5. On third down, here's the fake, rolling to the right, throws upfield. Bradley leaping catch at the 38-yard line and brought down immediately at the 37-yard line by Jed Ousley, but it'll be enough for a Lion first down.
Good job of finding the seam in there for Bradley, who settled in front of the safeties and got behind the linebackers there, found a nice little cushion in the seam.
Lions convert, first and 10 with 90 seconds to play here on homecoming night at Linn-Mar Stadium in the first quarter. Bradley coming in motion across the formation to the right. With one setback, here is the counter give, Turner, and he squeezes underneath a couple of Cougar arms to the 35-yard line. Anthony Keys came from behind to make the stop after a gain of about 2.
Turner checking out for a play here now.
As the Lions will bring in Cale Fairley. Now remember, he's also a quarterback. Moved him to the running back spot when Rolling took over. Tied into the right side. They will give it to Fairley. Turns it up and not much. Got a couple down to the 33-yard line. Really good to hear how the quarterback room is taking it with the young sophomore stepping in there. That's not easy, as you know, John.
Well, especially supplanting a senior in there. That can sometimes be a little tricky on an ego.
Could be the final play of the opening quarter here. Linn-Mar with a third down at the Kennedy 33, 3rd and 6. From the middle of the field, Duncan Porter will line up slot right. One setback, rolling to throw. Has time, rolls right, throws. There's a catch. Toms at the 25 has a Linn-Mar first down. Maston on the stop after a gain of 10 down to the Cougar 23.
Rolling throwing some strikes here, and as he's rolling out, no pun intended.
2 seconds, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, it's Kennedy 7 and Linn-Mar nothing, and we'll come back with quarter number 2 from Linn-Mar Stadium after this here on CRM Live Sports.
In your search for a cozy, one-of-a-kind meal, make plans to visit Cava House Cafe in downtown Swisher. Stop in for breakfast and lunch at Cava. Mornings, try one of their homemade pastries, fresh scones, cinnamon rolls, muffins, coffee cake, or have a serving of hot breakfast casserole. The lunch menu includes a variety of hearty and hot cold sandwiches. The Texas smoked brisket is a fan favorite, or try one of their fresh, never-frozen Angus beef burgers. And no meal is complete without a dessert from Cava's Pastry Cabinet. Their signature black bottom cake and carrot cake are worth every calorie. And top it off with a scoop of Dan and Debbie's ice cream. One visit for Sunday brunch and you'll be hooked. And be sure to check out Cava's gift shop for unique candles and gifts. Customers all say when you walk in the door, you feel like you've stepped into a Hallmark movie. Come share a random moment at Cava House Cafe in downtown Swisher. American Family Insurance agent Kurt Gustafson is committed to inspiring and protecting dreams right here in Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area. He starts by getting to know you and your needs and build a free auto, home, or life insurance quote. By bundling policies, we can often offer a variety of discounts. Whether you're purchasing a car, Buying property, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, we've got your back as you pursue your dreams, and we'll help protect them. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. See Kurt Gustafson Agency of American Family Insurance on Johnson Avenue Southwest, right across from the Johnson Avenue Hy-Vee for more details.
1st and 10, we start the second quarter rolling on the keeper, coming right. Good blocking by the Linn-Mar right side of that offensive line. Going to get 9 down to the Cougar 15-yard line.
Yeah, quarterback sweep into the boundary on the short side of the field.
First quarter statistics. Linn-Mar with 110 yards, Kennedy with 57 in that first quarter. See what Dwayne Orr would like to do here with his offense. On 2nd down and a yard. They'll get the straight ahead handoff, and Turner clipped right as he got that handoff. Coming in, Ethan Sloan, along with the nose guard Anthony Keys on the stop.
Yeah, that was an ISO, but a linebacker on the opposite side shot through and just nailed the running back there. That was a great blitz call by the Cougars.
3rd down, long yard. 7-0 Kennedy, but Linn-Mar in the red zone at the Cougars 16-yard line. Heidemann is in there as an extra blocker. He'll line up on the right side. Kennedy with the 3-man front, rolling on the keeper, going right, 1st down and more, 10, and spins down to the Cougars 7-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9 and a Linn-Mar 1st and goal.
And again, that quarterback sweep into the boundary, and Heidemann out there as a tight end, so if you will, or maybe even a wing back of sorts, as its alignment would be off of the line of scrimmage, and just folded the Cougars into that for the 1st down.
Kennedy will bring in an extra defensive back here. Monty Walker will come in.
Now Heidemann in the backfield?
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
as a fullback.
Full house backfield for the Lions on 1st and goal outside the 7. Counter give, and Duncan Porter gets down close to the 1. Haven't seen that play in a while, John. The old fake it and then hand it right back to the fullback coming around on the counter.
Yeah, right into the A gap too. That was a nicely executed play.
Oh, I did not see there is a penalty. They got Linn-Mar on an illegal formation. So that'll back the Lions up 5, so take that nice run of 6 away. And now it's Dwayne Orr's turn not to be too happy. By the way, the Natalie dressed Dwayne Orr.
Yeah, tell him what he's got on. It's interesting.
He's got the shirt and tie, but he's got the sweater vest, the red sweater vest over the white long sleeve shirt. Beautiful tie. He's kind of going with the great Al Stiers look, along with Vince Lombardi and P.J. Fleck here for a little modern. Here's the toss coming left. Turner hit at the 10 and brought down at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, we've got a Cougar lineman, or excuse me, a Linn-Mar lineman down.
Got
as
2
the
Lions
trainers
down.
Yeah, the trainers are out in both directions now.
And I think one of them's Heidemann. Over on the near side. And he is down on the near side, and on the far side, it's one of the Linn-Mar linemen. I believe it's Jackson Harris. So double trouble right there for Linn-Mar.
Fortunately, they have a well-staffed training crew there that can be out servicing both guys. Coach Dwayne Orr out there going back and forth between his 2 wounded players as well.
They've already had a bucket full of injuries. 7-0 Kennedy on the Demarion Orr 4-yard run. As Jackson Harris, young sophomore. You don't see many 5A schools starting sophomore linemen, and Linn-Mar's got 2 of them.
Looks like Heidemann up, just limping off just a little bit, but certainly under his own power, and now he's actually jogging, so that's a good
Wonder if that
sign.
might be a cramp. They threw him a water bottle, too.
I'll bet it is.
So it'll be 2nd and goal. They mark it at the 8-yard line. After the gain of 3 for Hud Turner. He'll stay in the backfield on the right hip of Rolling. Second down and goal. Lions trying to tie it up with 9:34 to play here in the half. Rolling fakes, throwing right for the end zone, and breaking on the ball and knocking it away was Keegan Maston. And he had a real good chance to intercept that, John, and there was nothing but green turf in front of him.
Very slow developing out pattern right down about at the goal line, and that was nearly picked by Kennedy.
Third and goal. Boy, Lions would like to get 6 here. Tom's out to the right side. Chase Bradley coming to the left. McEwen tied in left. Turner will stay in the backfield on third and goal from the 8-yard line. Rolling. Looks to run. Caught and stood up, and that is it. Javonte Robinson, the Cougar linebacker, 5'10", 205-pounder, stood him up, and it's going to be a loss of about 4.
Yeah, Robinson just defeated his block immediately, and then it was bear hug time.
Got to think we're going to see a field goal, and that is the case. Hud Turner's going to be the holder. It's going to be a 29-yard attempt for Bradley Duncan Porter, who has made 1 field goal on the year so far. Low snap dug out. Kick on its way, though. Up and good. Good hold by Turner. And Duncan Porter with a 29-yard field goal, and the Lions are on the board. Cedar Rapids Kennedy 7, Linn-Mar 3, 8:50 to play here in the first half. We'll be back after this. You're listening to high school football here on CRM Live Sports.
Bim Ritter Sportswear in Cedar Rapids is your complete apparel and headwear provider. Bim Ritter is your one-stop store for screen print and embroidery for polos, t-shirts, hats, and more for any age from newborn to adults. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or a special event? Bim Ritter is the answer, as they work with local teams, clubs, organizations, and businesses from startup to finish to provide the look that you need with exceptional turnaround time. Bim Ritter is also the local apparel supplier for the Cedar Rapids Colonels and Rough Riders. Bim Ritter Sportswear, 817 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Call them at 364-3479 and visit them online at bimritter.com. If using your head and hands to work smart and learn a career appeals to you, and if working with good people and doing good work interests you, then a career with the plumbers and pipe fitters of Local 125 is a great choice for you. From residential plumbing to commercial construction, members of Local 125 do the highly skilled work that lays the foundation for community development. Local 125 also provides world-class training through a comprehensive apprenticeship and continuing education program. Good work, good money, good people, great career. For more information, go online to ualocal125.org.
Here's a Lion kick coming down into the end zone. And it will be an automatic touchback, fielded by Keegan Maston, and Kennedy will have it at the 20-yard line. Cougar defense held there, John. Nice stand. Penalty did help and hurt the Lions.
Did a little bending, but they didn't break on that touchdown, so that leaves us at Kennedy 7-3 over Linn-Mar here, just starting the second quarter.
Going to have some scores that are going to be in the second half or toward the end of the ball game here on the Emils Hideaway scoreboard coming up for you.
Not our first rodeo.
No, we did this in week number 1. First down and 10. Here is a toss. Orr trying to get to the corner. Good pursuit by the Lions. Stayed at home. As a couple of Lions leading the way. Brendan Corbett over there along with Brody Peta. And it'll be a gain of a couple. So far, DeMarion Orr, 6 carries, 22 yards, and a touchdown. Halftime score, Waterloo West leading Fort Dodge, 14-7. And PV leading Hempstead, 14-0 in the second quarter, up at Dalzell. Off the shotgun snap, Woodring throws it out. Kuchera with the catch, hit and brought down right away at the 20-yard line. There's Seaton again. Just made a good play, or make it Corbett, I beg your pardon. And that's going to be a loss of a couple back to the 20-yard line.
Corbett was all over that. I do like the fact that they're going to Kuchera, though, because when we've seen Kennedy earlier in the year, I don't think they targeted him enough, so it's good to see the ball getting out to him.
Third down and 10. Kennedy 1 out of 3 so far. Shotgun snap. Woodring back to throw. Going to throw the left side. Catch made. Terry Boyd, but short of the first down. Gang tackled at the 27-yard line. Steele Morgan leading the way along with Brendan Corbett, who had a pretty good defensive stand right there during that set of downs.
Yeah, even though they're down 7-3 at this point in the game, this defense for Linn-Mar has done a great job of swarming and fundamental, solid tackling.
Cougars are going to be forced into a 3-and-out. Garcia with the punt. Pretty decent kick, angling to the near side, and hit one of the Lions, I believe. One of the upbacks, and then falling on it was McEwen back at the 23-yard line.
That's exactly what happened.
Wow, that could have been a nightmare. 33-yard punt, but Linn-Mar retains it after the touching, and they'll have it at the 23-yard line. 7:20 to play in the first half. We'll have the Bim Ritter Sportswear halftime show coming for you at the break. Can let you know that first deficit of the year for our friends from Pella. North Polk 15-12 over the Dutch in a big top 10 4A battle. First down, Linn-Mar, 23-yard line, long count. Rolling on the handoff, Turner with the sweep left side with the cutback, and good defensive play with the flag down. Coming in late, is making the tackle was Popenhagen. That came from the back judge, John.
Quite a ways away from the play, and late, as you said.
See what this one's about. Referee's talking it over. Our friend with the mic didn't turn it on that time. We want to hear you. It's going to be a block in the back against Linn-Mar. That's going to cost him 10 back to the 13-yard line.
Penalties have not been friendly here in this second quarter for the Lions.
No, they haven't.
Made them settle for the field goal when they were down inside the Cougar 10-yard line. And now they're marching steadily backwards here on this possession. That's going to bring up a first and quite a bit. 17 maybe. No, 20.
First and 20. First down 20, 7-10, clock rolling first half. Lions back in their own kitchen here with one back in the backfield, rolling to throw, short drop. Throws the middle, slant broken up, incomplete. Chase Bradley, the intended receiver. Jet Ousley knocked it away for Kennedy.
Ousley timed that break up perfectly. Got his hand in at the last second to tip the ball away.
Halftime at Kingston with Urbandale leading Jefferson 8-2.
The Jayhawks and the Jayhawks.
The Jayhawks are going to win tonight. We know that. First ever meeting, I think, between Urbandale and Jeff.
It might be.
And I believe Urbandale's first trip to Kingston Stadium. Here it's 7-3 with 7:01 to play in the first half. Kennedy on top as Harrison Schuett going in motion. Off the handoff, and Turner goes nowhere. Keys has had a heck of a first half from his nose guard position, John, and got him for a loss of 3.
They're really zoning in on that zone read.
And it will bring up a third down coming up for Linn-Mar. Third and long for the Lions. They got to get to the 33-yard line. Third down and 23, wide side of the field to the left. Cougars showing blitz. 10 on the play clock, and here it comes. Pass tipped to the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Maston came, John, from his corner spot on a corner blitz that time.
Yeah, they're calling the dogs right now for Kennedy's defensively. Bringing people from both inside and outside, but that's what you can do when you've got that 5 linebacker set with those hybrids out there.
So Kennedy ought to get decent field position here. They'll send Peck and Maston back, twin safeties at the 50. And Duncan Porter will get ready to punt it away. As mentioned, has had a good year punting the football.
He's going to be kicking it from the red end zone, unfortunately, on this one.
no wind to speak of here tonight. Low snap, bobbled it. Here comes the rush, and Duncan Porter in trouble and had to take it out. And he's only going to get to about the 3-yard line.
Very nearly put his knee down when he was trying to field that.
But it might have been a better deal.
It may have been, yes. Take the safety there instead of giving up that 1st and goal on the 3-yard line to Kennedy's offense.
But the miscue is going to give Kennedy the ball at the Linn-Mar 3-yard line. Officially, it will go over on downs. And Kennedy with a chance to add to the 7-3 lead. So it'll be 1st and goal for Kennedy, just like that. And Woodring will go under center. He'll hand it off to Orr, but wait a minute. I think the Cougars moved early, John. That left side of the Kennedy line looked to move.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. Number 8. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
And the irony of that is that the play went to the right side.
Yeah, it did. Braden Peck, the guilty party there for the Cougars. 7-3 Kennedy, 6:13 to play here in half number 1. As it'll be 2nd down. They'll hand it off or straight ahead, angling to the right, running over lines to the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. As finally brought down by Lorenz and Navarro. I'm going to say his knee touchdown at the 5-yard line for a gain of 3. Orr saw a lot of action last year as a sophomore. And now we're going to get a stoppage and we're going to get a timeout. Lions going to call a timeout. We'll take it. 5:45 to play in the first half. 7-3 Kennedy. Back after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Looking for the best in commercial and residential flooring? At Schumacher Carpets and More, it's the little things that count. Family owned since 1987, the professionals at Schumacher have what you're looking for. Whether it is carpet, luxury vinyl plank, ceramic, laminate, or wood, their personal service and quality products set Schumacher apart in the flooring industry. Famous for a relaxed and pressure-free shopping experience, let the experts at Schumacher Carpets and More break down your options with just a simple conversation. Call, visit, or request an online quote from their website today.
Back with you here at Linn-Mar Stadium. Scott Unash, John Hegarty with you. Kennedy with a 2nd and goal at the 5 of Linn-Mar. And not any better for Prairie this week either. Number 1 coming in and Waukee Northwest 38-10 at halftime over the Prairie Hawks.
And that's the homecoming for Prairie, where they have the traditional burning of the giant letter P.
Yes.
Which we have enjoyed many times.
On 2nd and goal, Woodring off play action, throws left side of the end zone, overshot the tight end. Kuchera was coming across on the old tight end drag.
Yeah. Paul James would have enjoyed seeing that play.
And it'll be a 3rd and goal. This is a big, big play early in this ball game. As Boyd will come in for the Cougars. Woodring went to the sideline. And Kennedy will set it up on 3rd and goal, 12 on the play clock. Peck out to the left side. And we're going to get a timeout, Cougars. Indeed it was a very, very big play. 7-3 Cougars, 5:40 to play here in half number 1. We'll come back after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Carpenters Local 308 in Cedar Rapids is a member of the North Central States Regional Council of Carpenters, representing nearly 27,000 members and their families in the upper Midwest. The union is dedicated to protecting and elevating the economic and social conditions of all workers and to provide our industry with the best trained, most productive, and safest workforce available. Carpenters Local 308 is always looking for new workers to join their ranks. Apprenticeship classes and training are available for you to become a skilled worker for your career. More information on Carpenters Local 308 is available at carpenterslocal308.org. At Hunt Graphic Innovations, it's the personal touch that counts. If you're serious about creating an eye-catching website or need assistance in graphic design for print, newsletters, posters, signs, or banners, Hunt Graphic Innovations has the experience to help get the job done. With personal attention and competitive pricing, discover the difference Hunt Graphic Innovations can make for you.
On 3rd down, they throw the fade to the left side of the end zone, incomplete. Trying to get it to Glady. And good defense over there for the Lions. And it'll be 4th down.
Just not really a catchable ball, so they're going to have to settle for a field goal attempt here.
Cougars have not kicked it a whole lot this year, as they will bring Ritchie out. Andrew Ritchie, the senior kicker. The holder will be Carter Poppy. Going to be basically an extra point. It's going to be a 22-yard field goal, but this would be a win for the Linn-Mar defense. High snap, brought down, kick on its way, blocked. That's a live ball. And picked up on a hop at the 35-yard line and taken back to the 38 by Brendan Corbett.
Yeah, that was blocked so handily that the ball ricocheted backwards, got picked up at about the 35-yard line and advanced to the 40. So, why, a little bit of redemption there for the punt team of Linn-Mar as the defense bails them out in big fashion.
Wow. You talk about change of momentum right there. And the Lions will have it at the 39-yard line is where they will mark it. And there weren't 1 or 2 Lions. There were 3 or 4 guys that were there to get a paw on it. Ball middle of the field, 7-3 still, 5:29 to play first half. Shotgun snap rolling, empty backfield, throws deep right side, sliding attempt and caught. Toms got it off the shoestring at about the Kennedy 34-yard line.
Yeah, that's the same pass that Linn-Mar started the game with, and just a streak pattern straight down the hash marks there. Had to slide a little bit and go down on his keister to pick that up, but ball was thrown a little short, but he still picked it up anyway.
Sophomore to junior right there. Toms with his second catch of the night for 37 yards. 1st and 10 at the Kennedy 34-yard line. Jewett in motion. Still 10 on the play clock. Long count. And the handoff to keeping it was the quarterback. Did the read option there, and Rolling's going to lose a couple back across the 35 to the 36.
Yeah, they've tried that a couple of times here in the second quarter, and it hasn't been as productive as it was in the first quarter.
Again, we will have the Bim Ritter Sportswear halftime show. Take a look at the stats. In the 7-3 Kennedy lead, 4.5 to play until halftime. 3 receivers, 2 to the right. And Fairley the lone setback. Rolling will send Schuett in motion. Long count on 2nd down and 12. Off the fake. Rolling back to throw. Under pressure. Rolling to the right side. Throws upfield. Ball knocked away, incomplete. Couple of line receivers actually appeared to run into one another. They were trying to get it to Declan Toms down there.
Yeah, the play was extended by Rolling getting out of the pocket. And then when all the patterns broke off, 2 different receivers came back into the same general area. But as well, there were several white jerseys from Kennedy in there. So fortunate that didn't get picked off if you're a Lions fan.
3rd down and 12. They need the Kennedy about the 24.5-yard line. Cougars showing blitz, and here they come. Here's Rolling, throwing the out. McEwen with the catch. Split defender, still on his feet. Breaking tackles, 30, 25, 20. Still on his feet. He's going to go. Touchdown, Linn-Mar. That was all Tate McEwen.
36-yard strike. And the number of missed tackles by Kennedy where they didn't wrap him up low and put their hips into it to bring him down. But that was a great effort there. And the Lion faithful here on the home side of the stadium are exceedingly happy.
That's not going to look good on film tomorrow.
Well, and what kind of a swing is this? We'll talk about it in a minute. Kennedy had the ball on the 3-yard line of Linn-Mar and couldn't get it in.
Duncan Porter for the extra point. It's on its way, and it is good. Lions reclaim the lead. Linn-Mar 10, and Kennedy 7. And we'll come back with the kickoff right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Whether you need long-term care or short-term rehabilitation for your elder, one visit to Westridge Care Center and you'll see what has made them one of the finest nursing care facilities in the area since 1992. At Westridge Care Center, our #1 priority is to make all loved ones in our care safe and healthy. Westridge Care Center implements the Eden philosophy to reflect an environment of living as a habitat for humans instead of a place of frailty and waiting. Call 390-3367 to arrange a tour of their privately owned single-entity facility with private rooms with all the amenities. Westridge Care Center, 3131 F Avenue Northwest, Cedar Rapids, and online at westridgecarecenter.com.
What a run for McEwen as he scores from 36 yards out on the third down play. And the Lions have taken the lead at 10-7. 14-point turnaround, John, basically, as we talked about during the break.
Yeah, if you're Kennedy, you've got the ball first and goal on the Linn-Mar 3, and you can't get it in off the block punt, or excuse me, field goal, and then they take it right down the field after that and score. That's 14-point swing.
Here's the kick. It's going to go into the end zone. Cougars will have it on the 20-yard line. Uncle Mo wearing a black jersey right now. That's for sure.
Well, that's what happens when you play inspired and physically aggressive defense, and Linn-Mar's doing that right now. Not that Kennedy's not too, but they just have, that was a bad timing there for Kennedy's offense and their special teams field goal unit.
Lions with their first lead here on homecoming in this big rivalry game over the Cougars. 10-7 now. See if Kennedy can come back. Woodring to throw. Going to throw the out. Catch made at the 30-yard line. And Kuchera gets popped, but he's got a first down. As Kennedy's big tight end will take it for about 15 to the 35-yard line.
It's good for Kennedy's offense to keep Kuchera with his hands on that ball. They need to, on every drive they have, they need to get him that ball as often as they can.
It's only the third first down of the ball game. We got a continuous clock at John Wall.
Well, I think Corey Kilpatish has got things going at Northwest.
Here's the jet sweep toss. Doherty with a couple blockers in front, and he's clipped down. As Peta came up, nope, Kane Polniak made the stop, shooting through there. They try to get the speedster to the outside, and it's going to be a loss of 4 on the jet sweep.
Those jet sweeps are nice, but if you bubble it whatsoever and run backwards, you can be in for big losses.
And that was one. Loss of 4, second and 14. Trip receivers to the right. One setback. Woodring, deep drop, going to set up the screen. Catch made at the 30-yard line, and stretching out was Louis Smith, who came in out of the backfield, only got a couple back to the 33.
How solid have these tackles been for Linn-Mar tonight, Scott? I mean, they've just been like glue. These guys, Linn-Mar is playing so aggressively right now, but with great fundamentals and great emotion.
Well, tackling, that's one of the big differences of this game so far.
It really is.
Kennedy, 3rd and 11. 1 out of 4 in the first half on third down tries. Doherty coming in motion to the left. Shotgun snap, Woodring back to throw. Being chased, rolling to the right side. Got away from one, still on his feet. Oh, and he got popped hard by Brendan Corbett.
Not sure Woodring knew what he was going to do there, run or pass, and in 2 different times I thought he was going to change his mind.
We do have a flag down, though.
Well, if they're calling targeting, I didn't see helmet to helmet on that.
No, that was just shoulder. Let's see what the officials say here.
Illegal motion, offense, penalty declined.
All right, penalty is declined. And that'll bring up a 4th down. And another 3 and, well, check that, not a 3 and out. Kennedy did get a first down.
This Lion defense right now, they're feeling their oats.
Garcia to punt it away. Line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line. Gets a snap. Got it away. Good spiral kick. And Polniak at the 32 breaks a tackle at the 40-yard line and gets to about the 42-yard line. Or was it Peta? 8 instead of 6. No, that was Polniak.
Going to be some good field position here to start off their 6th drive of this half for the Lions.
And still 2 timeouts in 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah, they're at their own 42. Plenty of time. They would love to get something else on the board here before halftime.
First down, Linn-Mar up 10-7, 42-yard line, right hash mark. Shotgun snap, Turner on the inside handoff. He breaks tackles, still on his feet. He gets down close to midfield. They'll give him the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 7 for the junior Hud Turner.
And again, just a great job of keeping his feet moving, his helmet and his shoulder pads out in front of his body, and he just churns out the extra yardage after the first hit.
Second down, 3 from the 49. Ball right in the middle of the field. We go under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Duncan Porter in motion to the left. On the handoff, here comes Turner, turning it up the hash mark. It's going to be close to a first down. I think they're going to give it to him based on the spot, and they will.
Well, they found a soft spot right there, and they've gone a couple of plays in a row to that same spot. That's yielded the first down as they go into Cougar territory.
Gain of 4. Clock continues to run. 90 seconds to play here in the half. Linn-Mar with 2 timeouts. At the Kennedy 47-yard line. Cougars showing blitz. Play action rolling to the right. His pass deflected and incomplete. As coming up there was Colton Klein. Got a hand on it. And it'll be second down at 10. Does stop the clock with 1:21 to play here in the half.
Klein did a great job of setting the edge out there, but at the same time, making the quarterback go out there and have to adjust the trajectory of his pass, and got the hand on it.
Second and 10 from the Kennedy 47 against the 4-man front. Turn, handoff, Turner hits the left side, and Jackson Gosling hits him at the 45. Gain of 2, no timeout yet. And it'll be a third down coming up for the Lions with 1 minute to play. 3rd and 8. 10-7 Linn-Mar. Toms and Bradley out to the right. McEwen tight end left. Shotgun snap off the fake, rolling, looking to throw. Going to throw deep middle, caught. 35-yard line, 30, and Toms dives ahead to about the 26-yard line. That'll be a gain of 19 on the Linn-Mar first down.
Gaping empty space there, straight downfield about 10-15 yards, as the secondary for the Kennedy defense really played soft on that.
Timeout Linn-Mar with 40 seconds to play here in our first half. We'll come back and have more for you right after this on CRM Live Sports.
Your search for healthy, fast casual in the downtown is over. Whether it's a quick bite you're looking for or a freshly made smoothie, Stack Wellness Cafe has expanded healthy eating in downtown Cedar Rapids. Business professionals as well as gym goers are singing the praises of our freshly made wraps and breakfast bowls, while the smoothie lover can choose from a variety of nutritious fruit and protein options, including your choice of adding the newest frontline supplements. For a fast, healthy, and convenient downtown option, look no further than Stack Wellness Cafe.
Back with you here from Linn-Mar Stadium as the Lions using that second time out of the half. They've got one in their back pocket. As it'll be a 1st and 10 from the Kennedy 25-yard line. Here's the sophomore rolling, looking left, rolling to the right, throws short, incomplete. As threw it to the feet of the intended receiver. Tried to get it to number 9, Nicholas Pierce.
Had 2 receivers out there on the short patterns, had 2 deep receivers that were in the end zone.
Covered up, though. So 2nd and 10 from the 25, 35 seconds to play here in the half. Lions with The ball in the left hash mark, wide side of the field to the right. Fairley in the backfield. Hewitt in motion to the right. 3 in the play clock. Cougars showing blitz, so back it off. Here is the throw to the right side and a big hit. Gosling absolutely leveled Bradley. And that's going to go for a loss of a yard. Tried to get the little bubble screen going, and that did not work. Lions, though, 5 of 7 on third downs. Game clock is down to 10. Linn-Mar not using that last timeout, down to 5 on 3rd and 11, rolling. Spins, being pressured, hit as he throws the far side, catch made by Bradley, but the half is going to come to a close.
Got out of bounds, but right as the clock expired.
Going to be a gain of 5, and that's going to do it for the first half here from Linn-Mar Stadium. Online homecoming. It's Linn-Mar 10, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 7. We'll come back with the Bim Ritter Sportswear halftime show for you right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
In your search to locate a good old-fashioned family-owned pizza joint, skip the run-of-the-mill franchise options and head to Roscoe's Pizza on Edgewood Road behind Taco John's. At Roscoe's, the Hunt family is dedicated to providing mouth-watering pizza prepared from the freshest ingredients available. Choose from our 4 delicious styles of crusts, then add your favorite toppings to create your own personal pizza delight. Need a quick lunchtime alternative? Take advantage of Roscoe's Fast and Go noontime specials. And yes, they even offer gluten-free options. For the tastiest local experience, give the professionals at Roscoe's Pizza a call and surprise your family with a one-of-a-kind eating experience today.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful. Plumbing fixtures, a great variety. Transform your home with Plum Supply. Our kitchen designs are amazing. Our service is priceless. Plum Supply. Touch and see. Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
Bim Ritter Sportswear in Cedar Rapids is your complete apparel and headwear provider. Bim Ritter is your one-stop store for screen print and embroidery for polos, t-shirts, hats, and more for any age from newborn to adults. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or a special event? Bim Ritter is the answer, as they work with local teams, clubs, organizations, and businesses from startup to finish to provide the look that you need with exceptional turnaround time. Bim Ritter is also the local apparel supplier for the Cedar Rapids Colonels and Rough Riders. Bim Ritter Sportswear, 817 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Call them at 364-3479 and visit them online at bimritter.com.
Back in Linn-Mar Stadium at halftime as we come your way in the Bim Ritter Sportswear halftime show. Brought to you by Bim Ritter Sportswear at 817 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Call them at 364-3479 or visit them online at bimritter.com. And they have all your screen printing or embroidery needs for your company or your special events. So Kennedy had it going early, John. Linn-Mar had it going late. The biggest play of the ballgame so far. In fact, Kennedy had it 1st and goal. They had a gift given to them on special teams on a bad snap on a punt. Could not get it in, had a field goal blocked, and Linn-Mar went down and got a touchdown.
Yeah, it just was not a good second quarter at all for Kennedy. They had a 14-point swing on that blocked field goal. As you said, 1st and goal from the Lion 3-yard line, and they had to try and settle for the field goal, which got blocked, and then bam, Linn-Mar comes down and scores. So that was a huge, huge turnaround. But that wasn't the only miscue for Kennedy. They've had a lot of penalties. They've had some situations where, due to no fault of their own, their aggressiveness hasn't paid off the way that they'd wanted to. Sometimes they blitz and stick in their thumb and pull out a plum, and other times they run right past the either the quarterback or the man that's outside, and other times they run right past the interior handoff. So there's a lot of things that Kennedy's got to get cleaned up here in the halftime, but Linn-Mar has had a pretty decent first half. They had the fumble on their first possession. Fortunately for the Lions, that Kennedy didn't convert off of that. The field goal, that was a nice 29-yarder there by Duncan Porter. But Linn-Mar's clock management on that last drive going down into halftime there left a lot to be desired too. So, both teams a lot of imperfection, but I tell you what, all that being said, if you think I'm sounding critical, these teams, as we predicted, are really coming out aggressive, scratching and clawing, trying to do everything they can to win this game, and it's just, not a real pretty first half, Scott.
But a 10-7 Linn-Mar lead here at the halftime break. As we come your way here on the Bim Ritter Sportswear halftime show, Kennedy scoring first on a Demarion Ord 4-yard run, 3:52 to play in the first half, and it was a 7-0 Cougar lead. Lions got on the board after a long 7-minute, 2-second drive that they had to settle for a Duncan Porter 29-yard field goal that made it 7-3. And then we had the big play, as you mentioned. Linn-Mar turned it over on downs deep in Kennedy territory, but Cougars could not get points. Linn-Mar went down and got points on a heck of a single effort by McEwen. Tate McEwen on a 36-yard touchdown pass from the sophomore Derek Rolling, and broke at least 5 tackles on his way to the end zone. And that made the score at halftime 10-7 in favor of the Linn-Mar Lions. And like we said, momentum definitely on the side of the Linn-Mar Lions going into the half.
And in some cases, they've made their own luck because they have been the better tackling team to this point. They've been solid, aggressive on both sides of this field tonight, but it's the ability of the defenders for Linn-Mar right now to wrap up on first contact and bring the Cougars to the ground. Kennedy, not so much, and they're not going to enjoy watching that McEwen 36-yard pass reception because, as you said, several missed tackles there, just in an inability to bring the backs down.
Our stat rundown at halftime brought to you by Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local 125. They represent the highly trained plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC technicians of Eastern Iowa. Total yardage, 221 yards for Linn-Mar in the first half to 101 for Kennedy. Lions was 73 on the ground, 148 through the air. Tell you what, I'm really impressed with Derek Rolling, the sophomore in the first half. 9 of 17 with 1 touchdown, 148 yards. Bradley has caught 4 for 47 times, 3 catches for 56. McEwen has caught 2 for 45 and a touchdown. On the ground, Hud Turner leading the way with 13 carries and 51 yards. Rolling is carried at 6 times for 20 yards. For Kennedy, 75 yards passing. Will Woodring, 7 of 10 for 75 yards in the first half. Terry Boyd has caught 3 for 60. Kuchera has caught 3 for 13, and Smith caught 1. But Kennedy, not a ton on the ground. 7 carries in the first half, 25 yards and a touchdown for Orr. And that's basically it on the ground for Kennedy. Cougars only 3 first downs in that first half. Linn-Mar with 10. Kennedy 2 penalties for 10 yards. Linn-Mar 3 penalties for 25 yards. Linn-Mar has 2 turnovers, and Kennedy has not taken advantage of those 2 turnovers in the first half. Third down conversions, Kennedy 1 of 5, Linn-Mar 5 of 8. And Lions dominating time of possession, 16 minutes and 19 seconds to 7:41 for Kennedy.
It feels like it too.
10-7, Linn-Mar leading it here at halftime as the Linn-Mar marching Lions out, entertaining the halftime folks here. And not sure if we're going to have the coronation here at halftime, or if they've had it already, or exactly what's happening. Do you see? I see people in the end zone, so maybe we will have it before halftime is over here. We can give you some scores here.
I know they have a big parade that they take a lot of pride in, but I believe that's yesterday, isn't it?
Yep. Iowa-Rutgers still 21-21, but Rutgers is deep in Iowa territory in the latter stages of quarter number 3. And that going on in Piscataway, New Jersey. Our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Emel's Hideaway on 1st Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. They're right across from the Lyndale Mall and next to the Home Depot. Cedar Falls has already won. 40-21, they beat City High tonight. at Cedar Falls. So Tigers go to 3-1.
That's a better Tiger team than people know.
Yeah, they took liberty to the wire.
They're flying under the radar, and a lot of people, they're sleeping on them, and they shouldn't do that because this is a good Cedar Falls team.
How about this? Solon coming from behind, fourth quarter, leading Benton Community 25-21.
And that's a good BC team, too.
Indeed. Fourth quarter, Mason City leading Marion 26-6. That up in Mason City. Looks like the Wolves are going to fall to 1-3. Also, its final Roland Story has beat Denver 21-14. And you've got halftime PV, no problem with Hempstead, 24-0. And they also had some weather problems up there. And they are going to have only a 3-minute halftime. Mid-Prairie at the end of the third quarter leading Wilton 21-20. Battle of top 10 rated teams in 2A as 2A starts their district play tonight. 2A, 1A, A, and 8-man. Van Meter beat Woodward Granger 40-20 tonight. And Indianola and Newton going at it tonight. Newton with the lead 42-21 over Indianola with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Good to see Newton making a resurgence in football. Down there for several years, and they're back.
Number 1, Carroll Kemper beat Odebolt Arthur Battle Creek Ida Grove tonight 43-22. CCA 24-20 over North Scott in the fourth quarter down in Tiffin.
And we've seen that North Scott team. They're physical.
Speaking of teams we're going to see next week, and I am looking forward to it, and they are taking it out on somebody again tonight. Down in Williamsburg, Xavier 45-7 over Williamsburg.
Well, I tell you, they're an offensive juggernaut right now. They've put up over 100 points in the last 2 weeks.
Cash Parks with 5 touchdown passes tonight for the junior. Ankeny beats Centennial tonight 29-15. Urbandale leading Jeff in the third 16-9 as Jeff had tied it up, but Urbandale just took the lead at 16-9. West Delaware leading Wahlert 21-12 in the fourth quarter up at Brown Stadium in Manchester. Waukee Northwest, it's a final. They have beaten Prairie 45-10. So if you were wondering about our 4 downs question about the gap, John?
Not a very happy homecoming for the Prairie Hawks tonight.
No, it will not be.
And that's a 2-week skid that they're on, too. They're going to have to try and find their identity. But they do have a Thursday night game next week with Jefferson, so that may help.
We will be there for the Kolach Bowl.
That's right. We'll bring it to you.
How about this? Dowling 45-14 over Southeast Polk.
Yes. Speaking of a team that's trying to find their identity, the 4-time defending state 5A champs don't have their mojo this year yet.
I tell you what, it may be a special year for our friends in Marion County because for the third time, Pella comes from behind with a last-ditch touchdown. This time they beat North Polk in the rematch of last year's final, 19-15.
And I'm sure they enjoyed that.
And that was up in Alleman. Algona beats Waverly Shellrock 28-7. Waverly's played a tough schedule, and they are 1-3. Into the third, Iowa City West 24, Bettendorf 7. West is also, like Cedar Falls, running under the radar.
Yes, they are.
I think there's no doubt about that.
Great line, prolific offense. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with, and not a lot of people sleeping on them, too.
Waterloo West and Fort Dodge are tied at 14 in the third quarter. Marshalltown leading Des Moines East by a score of 29-20. So some of the scores. And some interesting eye-openers tonight. Pella going to Alleman and winning. That's a big one. Iowa's just blocked a field goal to keep it at 21-21. That late in the third quarter. And glad you're listening to us watching that game tonight. We hope you're doing that from Linn-Mar Stadium here tonight. 10-7 Lions with the lead as we approach the second half, getting underway here. And like you mentioned, John, next week we've got 2 games. Back to a Thursday and Friday as they'll both be Metro matchups, both at Kingston next week. Thursday night, it's back, the Kolach Bowl. I'll bring cherry, you bring apricot. Whichever kolaches you want to bring. We got them next Thursday night for Prairie and Jeff. And that's just a fun one, no matter what happens.
And it will be Football Hall of Fame night for the Jayhawks.
I was wondering what Football Hall of Fame night was.
You'll have to do without me maybe a little in the pregame.
We'll get her through. Adapt, improvise, overcome is what we will do. Who's going in next week?
Well, we've got 4 very worthy recipients back from an era when I was fortunate enough to coach them. From the 98 team, second team All-State lineman named John Welsh, who you may remember.
Yep.
And a linebacker from the 99 squad named Nick Williams, who you probably remember was the tandem with Chris Busing at the 2 inside linebacker spots. And then a couple of guys who went on and had fantastic college careers in Blue Aldridge and Clint Mersch. They tangled many times because Mersch was at Coe and Aldridge was down at Cornell. And so
Blue was a good wide receiver.
Oh, he was a fantastic football player. In fact, he actually tied for Jefferson football history the record for professional football. He played 5 years of professional arena football league.
How about that?
And it was on 5 different teams, 4 of which he was a co-captain for.
How about that?
So yeah, there's 4 outstanding former players, and I'll tell you a little bit more about them next Thursday.
So that'll be on Thursday night. Then on Friday night, first meeting in a while, not only between Prairie and Jeff, but also Xavier and Wash are going to get together for the first time in a while as 4A district opponents.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time that Xavier was at Kingston, but I dare say it might be a while.
It's been a long time. Probably, I would say since the dissolving of conference football.
We'll have to look that up, but I think it's got to be close.
Yeah, it might not be that long. Well, I'll look it up before next Friday.
Yeah.
I'll look it up before next Friday. Here, they're going to have the, I think this is cross-country seniors that they are introducing here. Or is this homecoming court? Not sure which one, but they're introducing some folks down on the track as we get closer and closer to the start of our second half. Our score at the break, the Linn-Mar Lions 10 and the Kennedy Cougars 7. And we will come back with third quarter action for you from Linn-Mar Stadium right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Spinal Corrective Center, PC, 3800 River Ridge Drive, Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Dr. Gene Kretzinger and Dr. Janet Kuehl provide education to families on healthy living and wellness. If you want to reach optimum health and peak performance levels or are suffering from injury, pain, and other health problems, the chiropractic care they provide can give you relief and stability. Spinal Corrective Center PC has over 50 years combined experience in chiropractic care. And athletes, let us help you perform at 100% through sports chiropractic care. Call today at 393-3996 to schedule an appointment or go online at spinalcc.com. Spinal Corrective Center PC, delivering quality chiropractic care for the body to function at its highest level. If using your head and hands to work smart and learn a career appeals to you, and if working with good people and doing good work interests you, then a career with the plumbers and pipe fitters of Local 125 is a great choice for you. From residential plumbing to commercial construction, members of Local 125 do the highly skilled work that lays the foundation for community development. Local 125 also provides world-class training through a comprehensive apprenticeship and continuing education program. Good work, good money, good people, great career. For more information, go online to ualocal125.org. Epiphany Dermatology is a full-service dermatology practice that treats all conditions of the skin, hair, and nails. Dr. John Woolner has been practicing and treating patients for over 30 years. Epiphany Dermatology has built a reputation based on reliable customer service and quality skin and hair loss treatments. Epiphany Dermatology also places a special emphasis on skin cancer prevention, screenings, and treatment. Call them to book an appointment at 363-9936 and visit their website at epiphanydermatology.com. Epiphany Dermatology, 5264 Council Street Northeast, Suite 700 in Cedar Rapids.
Back with you here at Linn-Mar Stadium. Scott Unash, John Hegarty with you as we get ready for our second half of action, which is, as always, brought to you by Dr. John Woolner at Epiphany Dermatology with over 30 years of great experience. Find him at 5264 Council Street Northeast in Cedar Rapids and call the office at 363-9936. Wondering why it's so late in the evening? We had some delays during the freshman game. So that got us going a little bit late here tonight on homecoming at Linn-Mar. And Indy beats CPU 45-6. Indy and Clear Lake next week. Nice little top 10 battle there.
Number 2, Clear Lake, be coming down for homecoming at Indy. Indy ranked number 7, so that's going to be a hummer.
I hate to tell you what I see over there in the distance, but I think a long way in the distance, John, like beyond Anamosa.
I know nothing.
I have no idea where that thing popped up, but it's nowhere close to us. That's good news. All right, set to go. Kennedy's going to get the ball to start the second half. Linn-Mar will kick it away with Bradley Duncan Porter from right to left. Linn-Mar will defend the south end zone here in quarter number 3, as Kennedy will send a couple of receivers back. It'll be Demarion Orr on the far side and Keegan Maston on the near side. 10-7 Linn-Mar. We are ready for half number 2 from Linn-Mar Stadium. High end over end kick, but returnable this time. Maston at the 2, angling left, gets to the 10. Oh, and he got popped before he got to the 15-yard line. Big hit. Gabriel Sank, a sophomore on special teams for the Lions.
Linn-Mar picking up right where they left off with their aggressive style of play and tackling. That was a highlight reel bring down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 as the Cougars will come out with Will Woodring at the quarterback spot. High formation with Demarion Orr, the tailback. Boyd coming in motion to the right. And on the handoff, here comes Orr, and not much. Popped right away. Aggressive Linn-Mar defense all night. And there's Navarro again. Tell you, Navarro and Heidemann are animals up there.
Now, Brian White told you about them in his opening remarks in the pregame show, and as advertised.
Going to be no gain at 2nd and 10 for the Cougars at their own 14-yard line. They'll go with a tight end to the left. Boyd that way in motion. And on 2nd down, here's Orr on the sweep. Coming to the left side, 15-20 and out of bounds. And he's going to take it. Well, let's see where they're going to mark it, to the 22-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 7.
And note to anybody who wants to run down markers and chains, drop them when the sweep comes your way.
Yes.
Oh, my. I hope that's over in Illinois.
Well, it's not close. Kennedy with 3rd down. Every time we see lightning now, we're getting a little bit crazed. It is 3rd down and a long 2 for the Cougars. Big play here early on, second half. Out of the eye, long count, and they're going to run it. Give to Orr, lowers the shoulder. Going to be close, but he got it. They're going to move the chains, gain of 3, and a Kennedy 1st down.
That was close, though. Good final effort there by Orr to get that 1st down.
Got to kind of reestablish your identity, I think, if you're Kennedy right here.
Well, and that's running the ball for sure.
As the Cougars, that's their bread and butter.
Sure, the last thing that Brian White said is we get the ball first in the second half, and we got to go down to score. It's that simple.
10-7, Linn-Mar. 10:45, 3rd quarter just underway. Again out of the eye, and we've got movement up front. Going to be cost Kennedy 5. soon as the officials sort it all out here.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. Number 58. 5-yard penalty. Previous spot. First down.
Now, this is just more of what Coach White told you in his pregame also, Scott, about how the Cougars just keep shooting themselves in the foot. He says they've done it every game this year, and this is what gives guys gray hair. Let me attest from my own experience.
1st and 15 back on the 20-yard line. Off the quick count, right up the middle with Orr, and he gets high load. Heidemann got him up high. And McEwen came in. Lorenz came in as well as Steele Morgan.
And it's just solid tackling. I hate to keep repeating myself, but the fundamental defensive skills that this Lion team has are impressive.
Only one, 2nd and 14 coming up. 10 minutes to play here in the third. Cougars send 2 receivers to the right, and they're going to throw, and they'll throw right side. Peck with the catch, short at the 30. And hit immediately and brought down by the sophomore, another one, Nolan Runge. And that's going to be a pickup up to the 30-yard line. Oh, get 9 on that one. 8 of 11 now in the ball game for Woodring.
Another pivotal third down effort here for Kennedy. They need to try and convert big time.
They'll put Kuchera out tight end to the right, and they'll send Doherty in motion. Wide side of the field to the left. Motion him that way. Woodring to throw. They throw to Doherty, and a diving catch. And he's got it at the 36-yard line. That will move the sticks. Gain of 7. And a Cougar first down.
Yeah, Doherty went 1 yard beyond what he needed, and then he came back to the ball. But not too far, just enough to get the chains moved.
1st and 10, Kennedy. Linn-Mar really owned the time of possession advantage in the first half. 16 minutes, 19 seconds to 7:41 for the Cougars. Off the quick count, here's the counter. Orr started to go right, bottled up, thrown down. And Lorenz from his middle linebacker spot, the 6'2", 185-pound senior co-captain made the stop. Linn-Mar's, the black shirts are winning up front. They're pushing that Kennedy front back.
That front four has been solid all night long.
2nd down, 10, 36-yard line. 10-7 Linn-Mar. Kennedy's first possession of the half. 4 receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Here's the throw. Doherty again, short catch, across the 40 to the 41. Steele Morgan coming up to hit him after the gain of 5. Just dink and dime all over the place here for the Cougars on this drive. Neighbor will come out. Boyd back in for the Cougars. On 3rd down and 5 at the 41-yard line. Lions will stick with that 4-man front. 3 receivers out top to the left. Shotgun snap. Woodring looking left. Gonna throw it down the left sideline. Leaping attempt and a catch made by Peck. He took it away from the D-back. Peta all the way down to the Linn-Mar 33-yard line.
That ball was thrown quite high, and as we were waiting for it to come down, there was some swapping of paint down there, Scott.
Yes, there was. 26 yards on the pickup. And a Cougar first.
No flag.
I like it. Let him play a little.
I don't think there was a penalty there.
First down out of the eye. Give Orr right up the middle to the 30 and crashes forward to about the 26-yard line. And that was Kennedy's best run since the first quarter, as it went for 8.
Nice hole right through the A gap there. And Orr did his best missile impersonation. Looked like a projectile being shot out of a cannon.
2nd down, 2. Same play, or this time twists away from one in the backfield, and he's going to get a first down. Brian White wants a face mask in the worst way. But Orr kept his feet and got it down to the 16 on a gain of 9. And this is Kennedy football, John. 4th first down of this drive. 3 third down conversions for Kennedy.
Yeah, and they've done a nice job of mixing the run and the pass.
In the red zone now, down 10-7 at the Linn-Mar 16-yard line. Or up the middle, and he got hit hard and popped right at the point of attack. Gonna give him about a yard. And it'll be 2nd down and 9. Nope, they're gonna say at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Kennedy is taking time off this 3rd quarter clock. We're almost to the halfway mark. Jefferson has got it within 1, but botched the extra point. 16-15 Urbandale. On 2nd down, Woodring the throw. Under pressure, throws middle of the end zone, catch, touchdown, Doherty. Dawson Doherty, who was big on this drive, comes up with a 16-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah, he just split the defenders back there and found himself all alone with about 4 black jerseys around him, but he had a good 2-yard cushion on every one of them.
Woodring's 7th touchdown pass of the season.
I think Linn-Mar got caught in some zone coverage there, and nobody knew which man he was supposed to take him.
16-yard touchdown pass. Extra point try on the way by Ritchie is up and good. And the Cougars come down and reclaim the lead. Kennedy 14 and Linn-Mar 10 with 6:01 to play here in quarter number 3. We'll come back with the kickoff after this here on CRM Live Sports.
End your search for your favorite restaurant in Cedar Rapids. Come to Emil's Hideaway. Emil's is the home for the best tasting American food around. Choose from your favorites: chicken, pasta dishes, pizzas, burgers, and fries. Whether you're bringing the whole family for a meal or wetting your whistle at our fully stocked bar, there's something to satisfy all ages and tastes at our classic American local restaurant. Need catering for your next party or event? Emil's has that too. Call them for details. Emil's Hideaway, open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m., is right next to Home Depot and across from Lyndale Mall on 1st Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids.
A 5-minute, 59-second Kennedy drive that went 86 yards. Doherty caught 3 passes.
Yeah, that was a statement, and you can tell that there was a little heart to Jesus talk in the Kennedy halftime locker room because they came out focused. They came out with the attitude that we get the ball first, and we're going to take this thing down and score, and they were not going to be denied.
Kick coming here from Ritchie from left to right. And here it is, and it's a squibber, and it kicks off one of the Linn-Mar upbacks, and they're just going to have to fall on it back at the 20-yard line. Just pounded it into the turf. And Linn-Mar will start 80 yards away from their goal line.
Well, now I know Brian White wants his defense to come out and get a 3-and-out here and set a different tone here in the second half. Now that Kennedy has reclaimed the lead.
1st and 10 for the Lions. First time they touch the ball here in the second half. Empty backfield for Rolling. The sophomore throws, little bubble screen out to the far side, and getting away from tacklers is Toms. He broke at least 3 tackles there, John, and got it to the 29-yard line.
Just great second and third effort by Toms.
Or was that McEwen? It might have been. It was McEwen. Beg your pardon. So a gain of 9, 2nd and 1 coming up. As Kennedy has retaken the lead here, 14-10. Wide side of the field to the left. They'll go slot that way. And on the 2nd down, a short carry. Turner hitting the backfield. There's Keys again. He is dominated from his nose guard spot.
Yeah, they've had great success stopping that read option. And I'm not exactly sure what the issue is there, but he was met in that backfield at the handoff by 2 different Cougars.
All right, so their official making one of the Cougars come out. So it's a big third down coming up for Linn-Mar, and they were terrific on third down in that first half. And they need one here. Down 14-10. Third down and 4 from the 26-yard line. Shotgun snap, rolling. Rolls to his left side, throws in the run, short, incomplete. Trying to get it to Harrison Schuett out there. And Kennedy had that well read.
And Rolling has had a lot of success rolling out to his right all night long. But tonight they had him, on this particular play, they had him roll out to his left. And for a right-handed quarterback to come back across his body with that throw, that's a very difficult one.
Cougars get the touchdown, they get the stop. 14-10 Kennedy, 4:43 to play here in the third. And it will be Duncan Porter to punt after the 3 and out. From his own 26-yard line, Cougars send 2 back at the 40 to await the punt. High snap brought down, kick on its way, low spinner, taken at the 43-yard line, giving ground is Peck, still on his feet at the 40. They're going to call him down at the 39-yard line. 31-yard punt. And a -4 on the return.
So second possession now for Kennedy. Some good starting field position at their own 40. But they've done just exactly what the coaches would have wanted them to here in this second half. Came out with the first possession, 86-yard drive for the touchdown. Then their defense forces the 3 and out, and they've got the ball right back in good field position. So Kennedy kind of having their way right now here in the early beginnings of this third quarter.
1st and 10 Cougars at the 39-yard line. Kennedy's got Jack Hayes in there as the fullback. Everybody looking around for the moment. All right, whatever was on the field, they found it. The umpire, back judge picked it up. On first down, quick count, give to Orr, coming right side and got a block, and he's up the sideline, but there's a flag down. Too much of a grab there by the wideout?
I'm afraid it probably was, and that was the easily one of the longest runs of the night from the line of scrimmage.
Number 1, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. They got it on the wideout, Terry Boyd. As Rutgers has taken a 28-24 lead over Iowa with 9:44 to go. Here it's 14-10 Kennedy leading Linn-Mar. Cougars with a first down and 12 now. Peck and Boyd out to the left side. Terry coming in motion. Kuchera tight end right. They'll run it that way with Orr. Tried to cut it back, backing his way toward the line of scrimmage, and that's as far as he's going to get. Maybe a yard to the 37-yard line. As coming up with a stop was Dexter Bracey, the 225-pound senior nose guard for the Lions. And you always smile when you say nose guard for the Lions. I remember so many years when the great Max Huffman, the D coordinator for Greg Purnell.
The old 52 slant.
Oh, man. And he had a bunch of guys that were small and quick that were playing nose guard.
Couldn't block him.
Here's the pass out to Smith, puts a move on at the 40 and gets some extra yardage on the little swing pass out of the backfield. Going to go for about 9. Yeah, none of them weighed over 170 pounds.
But you couldn't block them because they were always either slanting to your left or your right. You never knew which way they were going. They were past your face so quickly and into the backfield that when they all went that same direction, it was just like a defensive wave coming at you.
Third down, coming up in 3rd and 3 from the 46-yard line. Here comes the Linn-Mar blitz. Woodring to throw, and it's broken up, incomplete. Oh, they're going to get the sophomore, and the official are going to talk to him right now.
Whoa, he's lucky a flag
Yeah,
didn't come
he is
out.
very fortunate that a flag did not come out.
A little in your face and then the wave off, and I think they are very fortunate. The line right there on the Lions sideline too.
But I tell you what, I give that official a lot of credit. You warn him first. Now Brian White is not going to say that.
If that's on the Kennedy sideline, it might be a different story.
Kennedy to punt, a high kick, and taken at the 20-yard line. Breaking one tackle, coming to the left, 30, 35. Here's Polniak, and he's into Linn-Mar territory, and then we've got a flag, and now we've got pushing and shoving.
Oh boy.
McEwen came out, and now we've got more pushing and shoving.
No secondary flags, but a lot of pushing and shoving there.
Well, it's going to be a 15-yarder on Kennedy. We know that.
That was the initial flag that came out.
I don't know if they're going to get Linn-Mar or not.
Yeah, Linn-Mar on their sideline right in front of their bench, they took umbrage to that. And they came out then and did a little retaliation on the Kennedy players that were down in that general vicinity. Players were separated immediately by the zebras who got in between them, and I think that's why there were no secondary flags.
Dwayne Orr did a nice job too of getting between them.
Ruffle that sweater vest in his tie.
Welcome to Kennedy Linn-Mar.
Well, we talked about that a little bit in the pregame that
Personal foul. 18. White. We have a dead ball. Personal foul. 2. Black. Both penalties offset. Be first down Linn-Mar.
Yeah, they did get McEwen for coming off the sideline.
I didn't see that flag. But the other one was on Garcia,
The punter,
the punter.
who made a touchdown saving tackle, just think he lost track of where he was on the field because punters don't tackle very often, John.
Although we have seen him play some defense.
All right. First down, 44-yard line. And Linn-Mar is going to have excellent field position. And we just ratcheted this thing up a little bit with 3:07 to play in the third quarter. Rolling off play action, going to go deep. Going out there for Bradley, incomplete. There was more paint being traded, John.
Boy, and the Linn-Mar fans are not happy. They wanted a flag for holding there.
Bradley was tied up with one of the Kennedy D-backs. And it'll be incomplete, second down.
Was that last week we had the officiating crew that couldn't keep the flags in their pocket? I think this is just the opposite this week. I don't fault them for that either. I'm not saying they should be throwing them, but it's just funny how different crews react.
Second and 10, Cougars with that Raider look. And here's rolling on the keeper, coming up the left side, gets inside the 40 and down to the 38-yard line for 6. 3rd and 4 coming up for the, call it a long 3 for Linn-Mar. As Rolling got a pretty good spot.
Ethan Sloan checking back into the lineup defensively for Kennedy.
Receiver left, receiver right. Lions will go with McEwen, the tight end, to the right side. And they'll hand it off to Hud Turner coming to the left side. He didn't get there. Stood up right along the sideline. Second effort did get him to the 45, and he's going to be about a yard short to the 35, I beg your pardon.
He could have easily gone out of bounds, but he wanted to try and get that first down.
Henry Wilkes hit him. Ooh, they gave him a real nice spot.
Oh, man, I guess they did. It's going to still be short, but I think they're going to measure it.
They're going to bring him in and measure.
All the way across the field.
Our first measurement of the year. And boy, close, but I think he's going to be about a tick short. We'll find out on this. It's going to be fourth. Linn-Mar is going to go for it anyway.
They're in 4-down territory to be sure. But, you know, in the old days, Scott, before when we had grass turf, you didn't always know if those lines were perfectly straight. So
These are straight.
These are straight.
They'll stretch them out, and they're going to look, and first down.
How about that? So that second and third effort paid off.
So 1st and 10, Linn-Mar. Lions trying to take advantage of a big punt return by Kane Polniak. So we have 2:07 to play, and they'll start the clock. From the 34-yard line, Kennedy territory, 14-10 Cougars. High formation behind the sophomore rolling, and he will toss it to Turner. Stumbled as he got it, and then got hit hard. Henry Wilkes knifed in there along with Zach Stufen, the 235-pound sophomore. That's going to be a loss of a yard.
And Klein did a great job of setting the edge out there so that the sweep couldn't go wide. Had to come back in, and that's where all the help was.
2nd down and 11. From the Kennedy 35-yard line, down by 4. Slot to the right, rolling back to throw. Has time, loops the middle of the field and overshot his man, incomplete. With a flag down in the backfield.
Yeah, in the vicinity of where the ball was thrown by the quarterback.
74. Offensive holding. 74. 10-yard penalty. Cleaning spot.
74 will get the holding call for the Lions. That's Cole Potter, the left tackle. If they're going to tell who it is, I guess we can tell who it is, right?
It's not slander when it's the truth, Scott.
Very true. 2nd down and 21. Linn-Mar back on their 45 of Kennedy. 2 receivers to the left side, rolling out of the gun. He'll flip it out to Fairley, makes the catch at the 50, 45, 40, and tugged out of bounds. At the 39-yard line is where they will mark it. And that's going to go for about 6. Fairley's first catch. And a big play right here. Linn-Mar 6 of 10 on 3rd downs. And they'll have one right here. And they need to get to the 24-yard line of Kennedy from their Cougar 39. Trip formation out here to the near side. 2 receivers to the right. They'll go 5 wideouts. And they'll throw it to Fairley. It's intercepted. Maston read it beautifully. Coming down the near sideline. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Holy cow.
That's about a 60-yard pick six.
I think they were setting up the double pass, John.
They may very well have been, but Maston just blew that up. And there was no doubt once he got that pick that he was going to run down that Lion sideline without being touched.
A 60-yard interception return for a touchdown. Wow. And Kennedy now with a 20-10 lead. And boy, did that change momentum.
Well, and that just is evidence on why you watch film and you study the opposition, because that is the first time we've seen that formation from Linn-Mar tonight. And those are the things that stick out when you study film. When you see those bizarre formations like that, you can get play read tendencies and you can know what to do as a defender. And credit Maston for Kennedy on that, because that was a huge game changer, momentum for sure at this point.
Believed that was going to be a double pass to the backup quarterback, Cale Fairley, and Maston just read it, stepped right in front of that out pattern, and made the interception. Extra point by Ritchie is on the way, and that is good. And it's now Kennedy 21 and the Linn-Mar Lions 10 with 1 minute and 6 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after this here on CRM Live Sports.
First Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor high school athletics. We understand the hard work and dedication it takes for these students to succeed on the field or in the classroom. At First Federal Credit Union, we work hard every day to listen, solve problems, and are dedicated to finding ways to help you with your financial needs. From home loans to auto loans, checking, or even the best savings rates in town, we're here to help you achieve your goals. Learn more about First Federal Credit Union at firstfedcu.com, member NCUA.
Well, sometimes, John, talking with Dwayne Orr before the game, he said, our sophomore quarterback, I like him. He's done a lot of good things, but you got to live with some things. That's probably one of the things right there that's going to be looked upon and improved upon.
Well, you can't really fault his throw that much, though, because he wasn't off.
No, it was just a great defensive play.
Maston, you know, that's going to be one of the big contenders for our player, the play of the game.
No doubt. Kennedy to kick it away with Ritchie. Here's the approach. Another squib kick, and it's going to bound off one of the linemen again in a big scrum, this time at the 36-yard line. And that's where Linn-Mar will put it into play. But all of a sudden, 21-10 Kennedy lead.
Yeah, and those pick sixes like that, they're just gut punches to the team that has to absorb it. And the energy on the sideline for Linn-Mar right now, they look deflated to me, Scott. It's just like the air has just come out of them right now. So the offense has got to try and find a way to get some first downs.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. And they're going to give it to the fullback. And taking it up to about the 41-yard line was Heidemann. Let your defensive end get a little carry
they're
right
putting
there.
him in the backfield and that's not the first time they've done that tonight.
No, Heidemann goes for 6. Well, make it a long 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Iowa's retaking the lead, 31-28 over Rutgers.
Leaving them a little too much time, I'll bet, though.
Handoff on 2nd down, right up the gut. And that's Turner. The junior takes it for about 2, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
This has not been a good second half offensively for Linn-Mar. They had the 3 and out on the first possession that they punted, and then the interception for the pick 6 on the second one. They need this 3rd down conversion in the worst way.
Could be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3rd down, long 3. They're going to keep it on the ground to Hud Turner, and he's not going to get there. Somebody put a hip into him, and that was not, well, Ethan Sloan. That front 3 has played really well for Kennedy.
They've been rotating him in there, keeping him fresh, and that is going to bring us to the end of the 3rd.
And a decision coming up for Dwayne Orr when we come back. After 3, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 21, Linn-Mar 10, and we'll come back to Linn-Mar Stadium with the 4th quarter right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
American Family Insurance agent Kurt Gustafson is committed to inspiring and protecting dreams right here in Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area. He starts by getting to know you and your needs and build a free auto, home, or life insurance quote. By bundling policies, we can often offer a variety of discounts. Whether you're purchasing a car, buying property, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, we've got your back as you pursue your dreams, and we'll help protect them. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. See Kurt Gustafson Agency of American Family Insurance on Johnson Avenue Southwest, right across from the Johnson Avenue Hy-Vee for more details.
We start the 4th quarter. Scott Udash, John Haggerty back with you at Linn-Mar Stadium. Lions down 21-10, facing a 4th down and 3. And I do not, well, they are going to punt it.
Have to.
Duncan Porter to punt. Now Kennedy has nobody back.
Yeah, they're sending somebody back late now.
They'll send Maston back there late, who had the interception return. Good snap back, and they will kick it. Knuckleball kick, and we'll take a big Linn-Mar bounce. Inside the 20, inside the 15, and touchdown at the 12-yard line. That will be a 45-yard punt, no return.
So a great 3rd quarter for the Cougars to go out to the 21-10 lead, but just almost a disastrous 3rd quarter for Linn-Mar, who punted the ball away twice and threw the pick 6.
Which could be the play of the game. First and 10 for Kennedy. And on first down, they'll give it to Louis Smith in there running it for the first time.
Little new blood.
Out of the backfield, little fresh legs going for a couple. Give me the third quarter numbers coming up in a moment.
Doesn't look as though Demarion Orr is injured or anything like that, but they just need maybe some fresh legs because Orr has been a workhorse.
Linn-Mar 249 total yards through 3 quarters. Second down and 8. Woodring on the handoff. Smith again going to the short side. Couple stiff arms and not much. Maybe squeezed out a yard. And it's going to be a third down and long coming up for the Cougars. Kennedy got that ground game going in the third quarter.
Third down, 6 from the Kennedy 16.
And also got the big interception return for the score. Big third down here. 21-10 Kennedy. 10:40 to play in the ball game. Out of the shotgun, Woodring looking left. Looking to throw. Pass deflected into the end zone, and it's knocked away incomplete. There's Heidemann again. Boy, John, you, as a former defensive coordinator, you have seen some D-line play tonight.
I'd say between Heidemann and Jareth Navarro, those two have been stealing the show. They've just been everywhere.
And Kennedy with Keys and Sloan. So now Kennedy with the 3 and out, forced to punt deep in their own territory at the 16-yard line. Polniak is back. Garcia with the kick. End over end will take a Cougar bounce at the 45 and touched up at the 48. 32 yards, no return. So Kennedy punts. Linn-Mar gets it back with 10:27 to play. Here in the ball game, and good field position at the Cougar 48.
The second half, the Lions offense has not had much, if any, success. And if they're going to come back and find a way to get back in this game, they need to do it right now on this possession.
Linn-Mar with the first and 10, wide side of the field to the right. They'll throw that way. The quick out, tipped in the air and almost picked off by Jett Ousley off of Tom's hands. Cougars had a chance to get another one right there.
Yeah, Tom's got a hand on that, but it popped it straight up in the air, and Ousley almost came down with it.
Get you Kennedy's numbers for the third quarter in a moment. As it'll be second down for Linn-Mar from the Cougar 48. Duncan Porter will set up in motion, slot right. He'll hand it to Hud Turner, hit the backfield, trying to get away, can't do it, and finally going to go down at the 46, way back in Linn-Mar territory. Goslin was there. Blake Bunting also there for the Cougars. And Ethan Sloan again.
Big tackle for a loss.
Loss of 6. And the Kennedy D has done a better job in the second half against the run.
They really have. In fact, all 3 stages of Kennedy's game have been remarkably different from what they were in the first half. I'm not exactly sure what happened at halftime in that Kennedy locker room, but some things got straightened out, needless to say.
182 yards through 3 quarters for Kennedy, 249 for Linn-Mar, but the Cougars lead by 11 on third and long. Here's Rolling, hit as he throws, and it's going to be short, incomplete. As putting on the pressure was Henry Wilkes from his middle linebacker spot. And Rolling's pass is incomplete, and another Lion 3 and out.
Kennedy's defense bringing pressure that's discombobulating the offensive attack here for Linn-Mar and causing the quarterback to have to do some things he doesn't want to.
Duncan Porter to kick it away. Rush coming, got it away. Nice high floating kick, angling to the far sideline, will go out at about the 20-yard line. See where the officials will mark it. 30 at the 19, so a 35-yard punt. 9:22 to go in the ball game. As we mentioned in the pregame, John, just a huge game for both of these teams as you take a look ahead. As Kennedy looking to go to 2-2, and Linn-Mar trying to get that first win of the year. Kennedy will have it on the 18-yard line, straight ahead handoff, or will get across the 20 to the 21, maybe the 22. Heidemann, Navarro, Bracey all in there, along with Steele Morgan to bring him down after a gain of 4. So they got over that little breather on the last set of downs. Let's go under 9 minutes to play. Peck out to the left, one receiver to the right side, on the ground, or again, big hole right side, breaks it to the 30. Nice cut, 35, and brought down from behind by Heidemann at the 37-yard line, but a gain of 15 and a Cougar first down.
Yeah, one of the few times tonight that the offensive line has blown a nice hole in the Linn-Mar defense there, or did a great job of cutting back against the grain and making all the defenders stop in their tracks and pursue the other way.
Hawks get a big turnover on an interception by Jackson Rexroth.
The former Xavier Saint.
There you go.
And that's their first turnover this year, isn't it?
Correct. 1st and 10, Kennedy, and they'll give it to the fullback. Keep Jack Hayes happy, although he's not going to be real happy after the loss of 1. His first carry of the night. That'll take us under the 8-minute mark.
A couple of Saints playing big roles for the Hawk defense.
Ethan Herkett.
Ethan Herkett being the other one, and of course that must have put a smile on dental student Quinn Schulte's face.
Darn right.
Who had a great career as a safety for the Hawks.
2nd down and 11 from the 36-yard line. Out of the eye. Woodring will throw it. He's going to throw the sideline high, and was it a catch? No.
I think went off the hands.
Incomplete. Official didn't give us a real definitive signal there.
Woodring under some pressure, had to get rid of that in a hurry and had to throw off his lead foot, which never allows you to get your arm into that ball.
So Kennedy now faced with a 3rd down. They're 4 out of 10 on 3rd downs tonight. This is a long one. Make it 3rd down and 11. Shotgun snap, Woodring to throw, looking left, rolling to the right, being chased, still rolling, looking, and it's going to go out of bounds.
I say again, drop the chains and the downs marker, gentlemen.
Going to be a loss of a yard. And Kennedy will punt after 1 first down. And it stops the clock with 7:28 to go. So that helped the Lions out there. Polniak will go back at the 30-yard line.
4th down and 12.
To get the Garcia punt. Lions going to bring him. Here they come, and punt is away. Pretty good one. High and taken, and a big hit right away. Polniak brought down on special teams by Jacob Solberg.
Solberg right there to meet that catch. Wrapped him up and spun him down.
Right there. 32-yard punt, no return. 7:21 to go. Lions down 11, 21-10. As Kennedy held that for 2 minutes and 1 second that time. Low snap, back to throw, is rolling. Under pressure, caught, and they're going to get him back at the 25-yard line. There's Mr. Keys again. What a game the Kennedy nose guard has played.
Yeah, this whole Kennedy defense has just stepped up and shown another level of play in the second half.
First sack, 7-yard loss. Big loss. So 2nd down and long coming up for the Lions. They'll run it out of shotgun. Here's a throw into the left flat. Caught McEwen. And he'll get some of that lost yardage back, plus a couple to the 35-yard line and a gain of 8.
We've got a Lion down.
Over there where the tackle was made.
Hope that's not McEwen, because
Might be.
that looks like where he went down on that tackle.
It is, and it's a cramp.
Well, the humidity, it's cooler tonight, but the humidity is still high.
Yeah, it is. They're expecting rain to pop up sometime during the overnight. Please, not during this game. 38-28 Iowa with 2 minutes to go. Looks like they will escape.
Breathe a sigh of relief.
Piscataway.
But not without a lot of sweaty palms.
3rd and 8 here, speaking of sweaty palms. 21-10 Kennedy on the big 60-yard interception return by Keegan Maston. 3rd and 8 from their own 35. Linn-Mar needing the 43. Clock running 6:17 to play the ball game. Kennedy showing blitz. And they jumped. I think the Cougars jumped. We'll see.
Encroachment. Defense. Number 42. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Won't be enough for the first down, but it's going to certainly make it more manageable.
Jaron Weber getting into the neutral zone that time, and it makes it a 3rd and 3 from a 3rd and 8. Rolling to the sideline. Lions do need to get this thing rolling here a little bit. McEwen tight into the right side. Quarterback draw. Rolling. Caught. Anthony Keys again. And brought down 2 yards shy of the first down. Anthony Keys. What a game for the 6'3", 295-pound senior nose guard.
Taking over the second half along with his other defensive buddies.
Linn-Mar will go for it. 4th and a yard and a half. With 5:22 to play in the ball game, down 21-10. On 4th down, shotgun, low snap, rolling, keeping it, coming right, cutting it back. He's got the first down. Dove across the 45 to the 46.
Yeah, if he doesn't stop dead in his tracks and reverse field there, he doesn't pick that up. Good adjustment by Rolling.
Yep, Lions first down. Keeps this drive alive at the 46-yard line. 21-10 Kennedy. We will have the Westridge Care Center postgame show at the end of this one. From just inside the far hash mark, Schuett in motion. Play clock down to 7. Here's Rolling to throw. Pump fake, under pressure, being chased, rolling to the right side, throws upfield, nearly picked by Jet Ousley. He tried to get it to Bradley. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Ousley can't believe he had that in both hands and it dropped.
Then almost ricocheted into another D-back in their hands.
Yeah, this Kennedy defense is just, they've taken the second half to a whole new level.
2nd down and 10. Lions down 21-10. Low snap, rolling. Back to throw, and he gets clobbered.
Had no idea that was coming.
Jackson Gosling, the safety blitz, and he timed it perfectly.
Gosling came in from the backside and blindsided Rolling. Rolling popped right back up. He's fine, but that was a brutal hit.
Loss of 9.
How did he hold on to that ball, Scott?
Boy, I don't know. Beautiful blitz call by the Kennedy defense. 3rd down and a bunch for Linn-Mar off the fake. Rolling to throw. Throws deep middle into traffic, and it's caught for a first down in Kennedy territory by Toms.
What a play. How did they convert that first down?
Going to be a gain of 24 on 3rd and long.
Yeah, they needed like maybe 21 or 22 and got 24.
Toms with his 4th catch of the night. Lions in a little hurry up. 3:45 to play in the ball game. Clock running down 21-10. Rolling, being chased. Looking to throw. Stepping up in the pocket. Lofts it out of bounds. Threw it away. Wilkes was after him. And also after him was Javante Robinson.
Yeah, again, Robinson coming in from the blind side there and Rolling. Lucky he got that off because he was being hit. Tomahawk chop from behind as he threw.
27th pass tonight for the sophomore.
And he's done almost all of them on the run, too. There's no straight drop back.
No. 2nd and 10. Trip receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. And Rolling going to throw the slant. It's caught inside the 30 and down toward the 27-yard line. Coming up with that catch, Roman Nielsen, 6'3" sophomore.
Good concentration there, and he paid the price. Those receivers never like running across on those hard slants across the middle.
But it's going to go for 12. And a Linn-Mar first down. On first down, they'll throw to the end zone and overshot Toms, incomplete. He did the old wheel route, the old out and up.
Yeah, and he had a step and a half or so on that. If that ball's thrown in stride, he waltzes in.
2nd and 10. 21-10 Kennedy. 3:24 to play in the ball game. Linn-Mar at the Kennedy 27-yard line. They'll need a score, at least 3. They can get 3 here. And probably an onside kick. Rolling, the sophomore, throwing to the sideline. Sliding catch made, Chase Bradley. At the Cougar 19, going to be 2 yards shy of the first down. Catch number 5 for 55 yards for the senior Chase Bradley. Linn-Mar out of the hurry up on 3rd down and 2. Rolling the throw, going to throw that slant again. Nielsen to the catch, 5, touchdown. The sophomore to sophomore.
And again, that hard slant across the middle, that's a tough one to keep your concentration for. But that time Rolling hit him in stride. Nobody could touch him for Kennedy's defense. He just goes in unmolested.
And Linn-Mar is going to go for 2 here. On the pass, 19-yard touchdown pass to Nielsen. And a big 2-pointer because this would bring it to within a field goal. Heck of a pass right there from Rolling to Nielsen. They'll go for 2. Offset eye to the right side. Again, a low snap, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Rolling hit behind the line, and down he goes. Javante Robinson gummed it up and came up with the big play, and it stays 21-16. 2:56 to go, both teams with all 3 timeouts. We'll come back with the kickoff right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
At Jersey Mike's, we've offered a sub above since 1956. It starts with bread, fresh baked in our stores every day, topped with quality meats, cheeses, and ingredients sliced and grilled right in front of your eyes. And don't forget to add the juice, the red wine vinegar and olive oil blend that gives a Jersey Mike's subs its exquisite zing. Stop in and visit Jersey Mike's now at their 3 metro locations in the Fountains on the northeast side and on the east end of Marion near the corner of Highways 151 and 13 and Edgewood Road in the Westdale area. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
2:56 to play. I don't anticipate onside here, John, but you never know.
No,
do
you don't. I mean, this is how much confidence would you have in your special teams as a coach, and they're the only ones that can know that. Now, just by alignment, you got to think Kennedy is doing everything they can to have their hands team up there, though.
All right, that hands team, a lot of guys up there. As we'll see what Duncan Porter will do here. Is he going to kick it deep? 3 timeouts left for the Lions. Here's the approach, and they will go deep. End over end kick. Maston will have to field it. It took a pitching wedge spinning bounce at the 1. Got loose, bringing it back. 15, 20, look out. Coming up 40. Got a block at the 50. Near sideline 40. He's going to go 99 yards. Touchdown return for Kennedy.
How many times have we seen that? It happens so many times where you think that they're going to make a big blunder by picking up the ball or kicking it out of bounds on the 1 or something like that, and then for some reason the kickoff team coming downfield just lets up a little bit and lets it go.
And the rest go by. 99-yard kickoff return for Keegan Maston, who has a 60-yard interception return for a score, and now a 99-yard kickoff return for a score. Ritchie for the extra point, and that silences the homecoming crowd. Back to an 11-point Kennedy lead.
Keegan Maston, oh my.
And we've got penalty flags. Somebody jumped. Who was it? Yeah, that kick went deep. Maston was playing up at the 20-yard line, had to go back, was going to let it go in the end zone, and it took a backspin hop.
At the 1.
At the 1.
So he had to try and pick it up. Then he kind of bobbled it a little bit, ran to his right, and as everybody converged, he made a couple of guys miss, came all the way back to the far side of the field, ran right down the Lions sideline.
Encroachment on Linn-Mar. So Kennedy will try the kick again. Kennedy won in this series. They lead 7-5 since 2008. There's the extra point try, and it's up, and it is good. And the Cougars lead at 28-16 over the Linn-Mar Lions. We'll come back with a kickoff after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Are you looking for one unique workout location that combines everything you're looking for? The House of Iron is redefining the Cedar Rapids area fitness landscape. House of Iron isn't just another gym. It's a sanctuary for anyone seeking to transform their life through physical and mental well-being. Sporting state-of-the-art equipment and hexagonal lighting, not only is the space illuminated with a sense of energy and purpose, you will be too. Take advantage of our other amenities like a cold plunge, a sauna, ultra-modern locker room, showers, and a picture and posing room, and more. House of Iron offers monthly memberships as well as personal training sessions for people of all ages and ability. Whether you're a seasoned fitness enthusiast or just beginning your wellness adventure, House of Iron promises to be more than just a gym. It's a beacon of hope, positivity, and vitality. House of Iron with 2 locations on the west side and in the historic World Theater Building downtown.
Special teams, John, have played a big part in this game. Not good. As good for Linn-Mar, certainly. Kennedy's got a kickoff return. There was a special teams gaff as well for the Lions. Here's another line drive kick, but it's going to go straight out of bounds. And the Lions will have it at the 35.
This is going to be a difficult mountain to climb now for the Lion offense with only 2:39 left in the game. And down by 12. They're going to have to strike in a hurry if they have any chance of getting back in or making this close. But to your point, Scott, yeah, the big pick six defensively, the Cougars stuck in their thumb and pulled out a plum there. And then the kickoff return, and in both cases, the common denominator was one young man named Keegan Maston.
Absolutely. He's played a heck of a game tonight. 28-16. In favor of Kennedy with 2:39 to go in the ball game. Again, we'll have the Westridge Care Center post-game show coming up at the end of this one. Rolling to throw, the quick out. Bradley with the catch, and not much. Jed Osley hit him right away. It's going to go for about 3 to the 38. Good things are happening, though, for Dwayne Orr and this Linn-Mar team.
They're scrappy.
They're going to get some wins.
They're scrappy tough.
Second down and 8. Rolling to throw. Flag down. It's going to be a hold on Linn-Mar, and just rolling, just got rid of it.
Ethan Sloan was going to be the beneficiary of a big tackle for a loss there, but the flag came in, and rightly so.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. 10 yards. Previous spot.
So they will accept the penalty. Going to pick our play and player of the game. Our player of the game brought to you by Schumacher Carpets and More. And Carpenter's Local 308 presenting our play of the game for you. 28-16 in favor of the Cougars. Low snap again. And rolling again, in trouble, and lost the football. Was he throwing it? No.
His arm was in forward motion.
Looked to me like it was, but no incomplete pass designation, and now they do say incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
Thank you. Well, Kennedy gets to play in God's green earth next week. I believe Marshalltown still has grass, or maybe they made the change. The Cougars go to Marshalltown next week. Third down, here comes the all-out blitz, and the throw across the middle to Nielsen, incomplete. Rolling is just getting abused back there now.
Yeah, the Kennedy defense pinning their ears back right now, and they're just with reckless abandon.
2:15 to go, and a fourth down and 18 coming up for the Lions. Down 28-16.
And again, here's another name you've heard a few times in this second half. Who was in there after the quarterback on that one? Mr. Keys again.
They're going to go for it. Here is the slip screen, bobbled and caught by Toms, and they're going to be way short of the first down. Going to get about 3. Cougars will take over with 2:08 to play in the ball game. At the Lion 30-yard line. And this one's going to go to Kennedy.
Lions do have all 3 of their timeouts.
Dwayne Orr has taken the headset off. On the near sideline. First down. Here's the handoff to Orr. He'll sweep the right side. Got pretty good yardage. Going to take it close to that first down. Going to be just shy. Orr up to 82 yards.
And they've been hard earned.
They have been.
He's going to go home tonight and need some ice.
Kennedy gets Marshalltown. Linn-Mar goes to Davenport Central, I believe, next week. Down to Brady on a Thursday night, too. Same play, Orr going right side, and he's got a first down. Stays in bounds. He'll fall down at the 14-yard line for a Kennedy first down.
But the chains move, so that will stop the clock momentarily.
.125 to play, and we got through this thing without rain. At least the varsity game, John. John?
Thank you very much.
Cougars on first down. They're going to use all the play clock. And Orr gets it up the middle, runs into Bracey. They'll take him for about 3. As we're under a minute to play in the ball game. Kennedy will go to 2-2 and still very much alive.
Just can't say enough about the adjustments that they made at halftime and the way that they came out and took this game by the horns.
And the Cougars are going to go into victory formation. They'll surround their quarterback. Woodring will take a knee. And that will do it. Kennedy will not have to run another play, and the Cougars are going to break a 2-game losing streak, send Linn-Mar to 0-4 on the year. As the final score here from Linn-Mar Stadium, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 28 and the Linn-Mar Lions 16, and we will come back and have our Westridge Care Center post-game show for you right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
The Cedar Rapids Iowa City Building Trades Council represents 18 building trade unions in the corridor. Each union provides skilled workers for construction projects throughout the area. Union workers are highly skilled professionals who are determined to better their communities. The building trades unions are always looking toward the future. Training in registered apprenticeships is available. Visit their website at cricbt.org for more information. The Cedar Rapids Iowa City Building and Trades Council, committed to getting the job done right the first time. Hills Bank is your hometown financial champion, here to help you score some wins. Because at Hills Bank, managing your money is easy. They've got 19 local branches across the corridor, 40,000 surcharge-free ATMs around the country, and online account access at any time. Whether you're a student athlete or a superfan, Hills Bank helps you get in the game. Hills Bank, where it's easy to connect with a banker over the phone or on hillsbank.com. Because we believe banking is better through human connection. Hills Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC member. Whether you need long-term care or short-term rehabilitation for your elder, one visit to Westridge Care Center and you'll see what has made them one of the finest nursing care facilities in the area since 1992. At Westridge Care Center, our #1 priority is to make all loved ones in our care safe and healthy. Westridge Care Center implements the Eden philosophy to reflect an environment of living as a habitat for humans instead of a place of frailty and waiting. Call 390-3367 to arrange a tour of their privately owned single-entity facility with private rooms with all the amenities. Westridge Care Center, 3131 F Avenue Northwest, Cedar Rapids, and online at westridgecarecenter.com.
Back with you on the Westridge Care Center post-game show, brought to you by Westridge Care Center. They're a privately owned facility that offers 24-hour community of care, which ensures each person feels welcome. Call to learn more about their services or to schedule a tour at 390-3367 and check them online at westridgecarecenter.com. A game, John, that had really big swings of momentum. It's 2 or 3 plays that the momentum swung from one side to the other. 2 of them for Kennedy, 1 was for Linn-Mar.
Absolutely, and a fun and entertaining game to watch. Not necessarily the cleanest played or the greatest football that you'll ever want to see, but in the second half, what it boiled down to was that Kennedy made the better adjustments at halftime. They came out, executed the way that their coaches wanted them to do it, and the 2 big plays by Keegan Masson, that was the difference in the game. But Kennedy just took it over in the second half. It was that simple.
They did, and they came out that maybe we talked about swings of momentum, but maybe the biggest part of this game was that 6-minute drive they had at the start of the third quarter.
Well, we always say that the coach that is going to get the ball in the second half always tells his team, we've got to go down and score on this first possession. And Kennedy followed it up, though, with great defensive play after that touchdown. The offense didn't really do much to speak of the rest of the second half, but between the defense and the special teams, that's what took this into the win column.
And some momentum for Kennedy.
Momentum was all wearing green in the second half, and you just can't say enough about what Coach White, his staff, and his players did, because Linn-Mar came out on that first half and, you know, for the young team that they are, they came out and played a physical brand of ball. But in the second half, the Kennedy team they showed what they're made of, their mettle, and so they took it over. And that was a big bounce-back win for them, Scott. They needed that in the worst way. Not that Linn-Mar didn't need it, too. They certainly did. But Linn-Mar's a young team. They've got a lot of guys that are paying some dues right now. And this is all going to come back in the future for Coach Orr. He's going to be, I think, the beneficiary down the row here a little bit if he can just be patient and keep his Lions learning.
Yep.
Every day, get a little better than you were the day before. Every week, get a little better than you were the week before.
Kennedy wins at 28-16. Cougars now 2-2 on the year. Linn-Mar falls to 0-4 on the season. As we come your way on the Westridge Care Center postgame show, it was a 10-7 lead for Kennedy at the break. And then that 6-minute, well, actually it was officially a 5-minute 59-second drive that Kennedy went 86 yards. They got the final 16 on the pass from Woodring to Doherty to make it 14-10. And then one of those big momentum turns. Maston with the interception on what appeared to be the double pass. The quick throw out to the side behind the line of scrimmage to Cale Fairley, the backup quarterback. And Maston just absolutely read it. You couldn't have read it any better. And that gave Kennedy the 2-score lead.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody watching that play couldn't have been more shocked than they were, and it just was the big game changer.
Yeah, really was. And that gave Kennedy the 2-score lead. Linn-Mar got it within 21-16 on the rolling to Nielsen 19-yard touchdown pass. But the Maston 99-yard kickoff return. Get the momentum, wrestle it right back with Keegan Maston.
Yeah. He was the game changer and the difference tonight. When victory was hanging in the balance, Scott, he's the one that helped Kennedy reach out and grab it.
Yeah. And the Cougars go to 2-2 on the season. Let's take a look at our stat rundown here in this one, as it's brought to you by Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, Local 125. UA Local 125 representing the highly trained plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC technicians of Eastern Iowa at ualocal125.org. And the total yardage in the game, Linn-Mar actually an advantage, 310 to 221 in this one. Kennedy, 94 on the ground, 127 through the air. Will Woodring, 13 of 19 in the ball game for 127 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. Spread it around nicely. Doherty caught 3 for 28 and a touchdown. Boyd 3 for 40, 3 for Kuchera and 13. Smith caught a couple and Peck caught a couple as well. Demarion Orr, 21 carries, 92 yards and a touchdown on the ground for Kennedy. Louis Smith carried it 2 times for 3 yards in the ball game. For Linn-Mar, 310 total yards, 240 through the air, 70 on the ground. As quarterback Derek Rolling tonight, the young sophomore, was 18 of 35 in the ball game. Good to see you, Clark. 18 of 35 in the ball game, 240 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Make it 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Bradley caught 6 for 58. Tom's caught 5 for 83. McEwen caught 4 for 62 and a touchdown. Nielsen, the young sophomore, 2 catches, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Fairley caught 1 for 6. Hud Turner on the ground, 19 carries, 46 yards tonight. Rolling carried 11 times for 17 yards. First downs, Kennedy with 10. Linn-Mar had 15. Penalties in the ball game. Kennedy was penalized 6 times for 45 yards. Linn-Mar 5 times for a total of 45 yards. No turnovers for the Cougars, 3 turnovers in the ball game for Linn-Mar tonight. Third down conversions, 4 of 11 for the Cougars. Linn-Mar was 7 of 14, 1 for 1 on 4th. And Linn-Mar won the time of possession battle tonight, 27-23 to 20-37 in this one. All adds up to a win for Kennedy on the road tonight, 28-16. We'll come back with our player of the game for you right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Looking for the best in commercial and residential flooring? At Schumacher Carpets and More, it's the little things that count. Family owned since 1987, the professionals at Schumacher have what you're looking for. Whether it is carpet, luxury vinyl plank, ceramic, laminate, or wood, their personal service and quality products set Schumacher apart in the flooring industry. Famous for a relaxed and pressure-free shopping experience, let the experts at Schumacher Carpets and More break down your options with just a simple conversation. Call, visit, or request an online quote from their website today. Carpenters Local 308 in Cedar Rapids is a member of the North Central States Regional Council of Carpenters, representing nearly 27,000 members and their families in the upper Midwest. The union is dedicated to protecting and elevating the economic and social conditions of all workers and to provide our industry with the best trained, most productive, and safest workforce available. Carpenters Local 308 is always looking for new workers to join their ranks. Apprenticeship classes and training are available for you to become a skilled worker for your career. More information on Carpenters Local 308 is available at carpenterslocal308.org.
Back with you here at Linn-Mar Stadium one final time on the Westridge Care Center postgame show. Kennedy beats Linn-Mar tonight in this 5A battle, 28-16. Time to pick our player of the game. Our player of the game, always brought to you by Schumacher Carpets and More. Looking for the best in commercial and residential flooring? At Schumacher Carpets and More, it's the little things that count. Call, visit, or request an online quote at their website at schumachercarpets.com. I know one of them, but we may share this thing tonight, John.
I've actually got 4 names down here, but I've got 2 in mind, just like you.
Well, Keegan Maston's got to be one.
Absolutely.
I mean, 60-yard interception return for a touchdown. 99-yard kickoff return for a score. Did a lot of good things in this game tonight.
Game of his life, perhaps.
Could be. If he had one better, man. But heck of a win for Kennedy and a great game for Keegan Maston. I would go Anthony Keys in there as well.
That was my second one, too, yeah. With runner-up behind those two, too. I think Demarion Orr had a nice, solid game for them tonight. Nothing flashy, but, man, when they needed yardage and a big play, his feet did it. And then, that was a great and clutch pass by Dawson Doherty, which was a big difference, I think, in setting the tone in the second half and swinging the whole momentum of this game towards the Cougars.
So those two are going to share our award tonight, the big nose guard and the defensive back and kick returner. So Keegan Maston along with Anthony Keys, they are our players of the game, brought to you by Schumacher Carpets and More. Our play of the game brought to you by Carpenters Local 308, dedicated to protecting their workers and to provide the best trained workforce available. Apprenticeship classes and training available at carpenterslocal308.org. And thanks to Bob Dobeck and his group for helping us out. We always appreciate it. And boy, you go 60-yard interception return or you go 99-yard kickoff return.
Both the same guy. I think you give them both.
Yeah, Keegan Maston, both of them right there. And I think I'm more apt. Well, they were both big momentum turners when Linn-Mar got it back.
Well, the dagger was driven home on that 60-yard pick 6 by Maston, because that is ultimately what sealed the final nails in the coffin. But that kickoff return, that's what absolutely gave them the cushion that they needed. So, yeah, I don't know. Take your pick or give them both.
Give them both. Plays of the game brought to you by Carpenters Local 308. Time for a final look at the scoreboard, brought to you by Emil's Hideaway on First Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids, right across from the Lindale Mall. Solon wins 28-21 at Benton Community tonight. Much harder than a lot of people anticipated. Lewis Central beats Carroll, gets their first win 35-34.
That's almost hard to believe.
How about that? 21-20, Mid-Prairie beats Wilton in a big one tonight. Pleasant Valley all over Hempstead, 40-13.
Hempstead kind of reeling right now.
Yes. And Fort Dodge, first 4-0 start since 2021. They come from behind, own the second half, beat Waterloo West 35-14.
Been a while since they've been in the top 10, but they're making it stand up.
Yes, they are. Dubuque Senior 35-7 over the Muscatine Muskies tonight. Boy, Urbandale turned it on late, didn't they? 37-15. They scored the last 3 touchdowns to beat the Jayhawks. Dowling over Southeast Polk tonight, 45-14. Valley beats Waukee in a wild one, 42-31. Ankeny beats Ankeny Centennial, 29-15 tonight. North Scott goes to Clear Creek Amana, wins in overtime, 33-30 over Clear Creek Amana. That's a big one.
That had to have been a fun game to watch.
Indeed. 45-14, Xavier beats Williamsburg behind 5 touchdown passes from Cash Parks tonight. Looking forward to seeing the Saints.
And I'll tell you what, right now they're just kicking butt and not taking names. It's just they're on a roll.
They are on
But you know what, Scott? In their defense, they don't want to have to go on the road in the playoffs this year like they did last year.
No.
I think it's that simple.
And I guarantee you, they are reminded that of every single week.
Yes, they are. And rightly so.
Iowa City West, 34-14 at Bettendorf tonight.
Wow. That's a statement win.
That is a biggie. That is a big one right there. And Gilbert beats Webster City, 34-21. And Clear Lake beats Nevada in a 3A top 10 battle, 21-14. Some of the scores tonight. And also let you know, Wahlert loses their second in a row. West Delaware, 27-20 over Dubuque Wahlert.
The defending state champions, 3A Wahlert.
Indeed. All right. That's going to wrap things up. Big thanks to Chris Beckner, everybody here at Linn-Mar for all the hospitality. Dan Hammis, the new assistant AD as well. Thanks to him. We've got 2 for you next week. Thursday night, the Kolach Bowl. It'll be Prairie and Jefferson. Jayhawks 1-3. Prairie, an angry bunch of 2-2 Hawks, will come into Kingston Stadium next Thursday night. And for all the Kolachs in the west side.
Yeah, Prairie kind of searching right now for a little bit of their mojo, trying to get it back. And an always dangerous offense for Jefferson. Who knows?
45-10, Waukee Northwest beat Prairie tonight. And then Friday night, we'll see number 1 in 4A Xavier as they take on Cedar Rapids. Washington did not have a score on Wash Grinnell tonight. So
they were up by 3, I think, at halftime.
Okay. All right. So hopefully the Warriors held that lead. So that'll be next Thursday and Friday for you right here on CRM Live Sports. Another, I hope we're done with rain delays.
Don't count on it, buddy.
I hope we are. I'm not counting on it, but had a couple of them tonight in the freshman game, so we got off to a late start, but it was a good one tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. 28-16, the final. That's going to wrap things up here. Big thanks to everybody here at Linn-Mar. Thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. And for John Haggerty, Scott Unash saying so long from Linn-Mar Stadium. Final score here tonight, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 28, Linn-Mar 16. You've been listening to a sports presentation of CRM Livesports.com, and so long from Linn-Mar Stadium.